Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to Monster Rancher Evo, and this will hopefully be the last episode. Well, not hopefully, I don't want to end this. It's been a good series, but, I'm eager to get it done, and I believe we are at the end. I don't know how long this will last. If you're watching this from the archive, you will know by looking at the time bar down there. But for us who are watching it live, I don't know how long it'll last. The current plan is to get some monsters trained up, and we'll give the Nameless Cloister one more shot. And at least for the start, all we need to do is grind up some stats, which reminds me, I need to look at how everyone is getting on at the moment.
A conversation that occurred before the show, Topha's apologizing for, possibly offending Mama Falkon. But I don't think Mama Falcon's going to be offended, because the other day she said shit, and we were both shocked.
Speaking of Topha, as always, I need to say hi to everyone who is live. So hello, Chibi Girl. Hello, Lord Aridos. Hello, Nico. Hello, Kalo.
I don't know who taught your mother that word, but shame on them.
Hello, Rain. TC, I think I've said hi to you.
Nico says take off the banner.
The banner?
I don't see a banner.
Everything should be good. Topha, KJ Friend is in the chat. Let's see. I think that's... Oh, DG, hello. I think that's everybody. And... Whoa, okay. It's been a while since I played, and the inverted axes are immediately throwing me off. Who have I been using? I've been using this guy over here, right? Krieger? Alright, cool. So at least for the first part of this, similar to the black lines...
Oh, you have a letterbox going on. That's actually on the TV itself. That's the display.
Yeah, that's how it's appearing to me. Like, I can't fix that. They've always been that way in this game, unfortunately.
Yes, we have the letterbox on our screen itself. That's the display. Adjusting the letterbox would be futzing with the display, and it would look very blocky. Yeah,
basically, if you know the term, Tecmo decided to make an overly large TV safe zone. And I don't know why.
Because they're jerks.
Well, they weren't jerks at the time.
No.
They were only jerks when they merged with Koei. But let's not start that discussion again.
Yes,
Didn't we do that last week? Did we discuss Tecmo Koei or Koei Tecmo last week?
I believe we discussed it during Kalo's stream, or at least you guys did.
Maybe that was it. Because unfortunately, we lost last week's stream entirely because I done fucked that up.
He says it was showing the text in your emblem. Yeah, it's supposed to show the emblem. It's a little watermark.
Wait, what? Yeah, I was going to say, the emblem's going to be in the bottom right corner. I don't think I can turn that off.
Yep,
Oh, no, there is some weird blackness at the top. What the hell?
Try resizing it, because I don't have that. I don't have that.
You don't have it?
Nope, straight up I don't have it. Try resizing your window. Let's go into theater mode.
Yeah, the Akamura doesn't have it.
Yep, I don't have it in theater mode either. Let's go back to defaults. Nothing.
What? YouTube.
Let's expand full screen.
What are you doing, YouTube?
You might need to refresh, Nico.
Alright, when I full screen the game, it goes away. So there's something going on with the player. Oh, YouTube. Alright, anyway. So, yeah, so the first part of this is just going to be grinding for stats. I think at this point I don't even have to check Krieger anymore, because I think his bonding is at maximum. So we are going to maximize... Who are our MVPs
I just realized
last
why
week?
that thing's so unnerving to me. It's because it looks like it doesn't have any skin.
We just won 20 grand.
Yay!
Alright, who doesn't have skin? Krieger?
I think so. The skeletal-looking thing?
Yes.
Yeah, it looks like he doesn't have any freaking skin.
So, on the last episode of Monster...
It was eaten off by one of the other dragons.
Rancher Evo, you may remember we got into the Nameless Cloister. We got to what I think is the final boss, according to one post I saw in one very old forum. That was the only evidence we ever discovered of there possibly being an end to this game. And that is the only information we're working off of. But supposedly that is the final boss. And if that is the final boss, all right, Winlore, right?
Ah, Topher found his paints. Yay!
If that wasn't the final boss, we got one hit on him and then he took us out. So I think we can beat him. I know we can beat him. We just have to get a little bit stronger so we can beat him. And our heroes last week were the Pixies, which were Kit and... I guess it was only Kit. Who else did we bring into the fights? I don't remember. Nocturna? Is Nocturna here? Like, is she active right now? Let's see. Yes, Nocturna's active. Okay. So we had Nocturna, Kit, and Krieger, I believe, fighting, and we could not finish the job.
I just realized you had an accidental portmanteau name there.
Did we?
Nocturna-Kit.
Let's see.
Tourniquet.
Oh, that's actually really good. Okay, no one's got the exclamation marks. I don't know what people are bitching about. I went through the text too quick. Ugh. Are you alright?
Yeah, my knee's hurting.
You overate? You slept on it wrong? Because we've done this stupid thing. Okay. Uh-huh. Shut up. I didn't do anything. Well, I mean, you guys could have... Yeah, whatever. Screw you people. Alright. Just had to reload. YouTube was being stupid, yeah. YouTube's being YouTube right now. I'm still waiting to get remonetized on the channel. But, I mean, hey, right now all our videos are ad-free, so enjoy that while it lasts. I don't know how much longer it's gonna last. But,
long enough to hurt, probably.
I don't know. Like, I mean, our main incomes are coming from Patreon more than YouTube, and we're paid. All right, I'm gonna keep this going rather than retire that monster. Let's wait a minute. All right, that's fine. Let's just do this. Anyway, our main income is coming from Patreon anyway, and since we're paid in 2 months later, like, we're still gonna be fine next month.
Well, Nico and Chibi Girl, I don't know if you saw, they ironed out which ones you brought last time.
Oh, did they? Where?
2 fairies and a Zan.
Okay, yeah, so that was Nocturna, Kit, and Krieger. Okay. Yes, Kalo found a Monster Rancher game at a retro event. He also found Tales of Symphonia. I took a picture of that and sent it to me.
Nice.
So, good deal. The hair in the cutscenes for this game is amazing for a PS2. Yes. So yes, Kalo, please talk about your event. And the Akamura should talk too, because I can't always concentrate on this. Marvelous! Whoops, thought that was green.
Boop. Boop. Yay!
Excellent.
Excellent.
So...
Marvelous.
do you want to talk about your mall adventures or something yesterday, the Akamura?
Excellent. That's fun. I'm sorry, but
I know, it's so fun.
Yeah,
That's why I can't help myself say it.
We went to the mall for one reason and one reason only, and that was to get new work pants.
Yep, and we left spending nearly $1,000.
So we did that, and then I'm like, oh, let's go into Suncoast. Let's just see what they have.
Yes, the Akamura found a Foxy throw blanket, fleece blanket.
Yes, it's cozy. I think you can see a picture of it in the Discord.
Yes. If you are not part of the Discord, you should join us. There is a link in the video description.
I also found a Five Nights at Freddy's Nightmare animatronic glass, which is now in the pantry. I should go grab it. And then, I also found, this is probably a little old school nerd for some of the new crowd, but Princess Bride playing cards. If you've never seen Princess Bride, I recommend it. It's a pretty funny movie. It's a fantasy farce.
That's a great way to describe it. It is a fantasy farce. I am of the minority where I don't like The Princess Bride. Like, I actively dislike it, which...
And
like,
that's okay.
Yeah, I see the appeal. I totally see the appeal, but I just get completely bored. It is not, to me, entertaining in the slightest. But it is what it is. Again, discussion is fine.
Yep.
No judgments to anybody. Love what you love.
Like, if you like silly stuff, fantasy, if you liked Spaceballs, and especially if you liked Monty Python, you'll like Princess Bride, I think.
It does have a Monty Python vibe to it. I had not considered that before, but it does. It totally does. I don't know why I'm bothering with the coins.
But I got a pack of Princess Bride playing cards that were originally released in Loot Crate, but they re-released the item for retail. And you just flip through them, and all of the face cards are characters in the movie with silly quotes that they have.
Nice.
It'd be like getting a pack of Monty Python Spam-A-Lot playing cards and flipping to frickin', I don't know, say Galahad, and it's just like... not Galahad, but let's say King Arthur. Which do you mean, African or European? It's like you flip to something else and it's the enchanter. There are some who call me Tim. Just stuff like that.
That was from
Spam-A-Lot,
Princess
yeah.
Bride?
No, Spam-A-Lot.
Oh, okay. I'm like...
But yeah, like Miracle Max is, I think, I think he's a jack, but you flip to him and he's like, he's only mostly dead.
Dude.
But, so that's what we found in Suncoast, and then we went down to GameStop, and we spent even more money.
Yeah.
Yep.
A painful amount of money.
Yes, we got a Switch and 3 Switch games,
About to be
among
4.
some other things. Yes, about to be 4. And we spent literally $600 in there split between the two of us. It was painful, but now we can play Breath of the Wild whenever the hell we want.
Well, and I really didn't want to spend the money, but the Akmar convinced me, and then I remembered that IGN's going to give me...
Ryu, did you just quote Princess Bride at me?
I'm going to get a job from IGN in about 2 days, and then an assignment, I should clarify. I'm going to get an assignment from IGN in about 2 days.
KJ Friend says maybe you lack impulse control.
Shockingly, I'm like, if you knew me, how I live my personal life, I am one of the least impulsive people who has ever...
When we went into GameStop, I got the Foxy throw, and then we started debating the Switch because it was a discount day.
Yeah.
And it was an agonizing, debate between the two of us. In fact, Pyro had to step out and take a walk to think it over because it was just so loud in there.
Yeah. Well, I mean, hell, don't forget that I was the one who, you had to convince me to quit my job and do YouTube full-time in the first place. She was on me for a good 4 to 6 months to quit my job. That's how little I am impulsive.
Yes.
It sort of works as a balance, but I convinced myself, it still came down to math. The reason we went for it is because with the tax returns are around the corner, and IGN is giving me a job, an assignment, and I know that I actually have a bigger assignment coming in a few months. Which one am I doing? Oh, Yakuza 6. That's going to be a full paid. And then in 2 days is
you're
a new...
doing a full guide?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I made Kalo immediately jealous with that one. But then in 2 days is The Sims is getting another expansion, so I'm doing that one for half price. So we've got we don't. We're in that position where you never want to be, where we're spending money we don't have yet. You never want to do that because you want to save your money for emergencies, but
yes.
I'm taking the risk. And besides, we still have not touched your Patreon money that you've given us.
Yes.
We're still feeding ourselves off of my savings account. So the Patreon money is our emergency funds.
Heck,
If something
I recently
really
got another raise at work, so soon we'll be able to feed ourselves off of my raise money.
Yeah. So yeah, if we do have an emergency, I'll just pull money out of Patreon, and we should be okay, barring some sort of horrible thing. But, like, that's the kind of math I did to finally convince myself, like, okay, we can afford it.
Yes.
I don't know. I'm still going to be questioning myself. Like, I even told the Akamura bluntly, I'm like, if we buy the Switch, I'm going to hate myself, and if we don't buy it, I'm going to hate myself. Like, I'm not leaving the store in a happy mood no matter what I do.
Yeah, like,
so,
that's the difference between the two of us, is, like, I'm impulsive even as a feature of my mental illness, and Pyro's just not.
Yeah. Like it's funny because like I've always said that puts me in a good position because I don't have poor impulse control and because I don't have an addictive personality. Like this shit just doesn't bug me very much.
Yep. Everybody in the chat is hating on GameStop.
Oh, that's
Around
fine.
here, it's either GameStop or frickin' Rent-A-Center.
Yep. I mean, what we could have done, and I was thinking about that later, is we didn't have to buy from GameStop. We could have just bought it from Amazon. But whatever. We wanted it immediately.
Yes.
We didn't want to wait for shipping.
Not only that, but at GameStop you can get all the little bells and whistles you want, and because we both have discount cards, we took off a significant chunk of money because it was a discount day.
That is true. We saved like $50 because of what was going on in GameStop.
We saved
day.
closer to 70, actually.
Did we?
Yes, it took off a chunk of change.
Wow. I thought we only saved like 50, which is not a complaint. 50 is a lot of money. All right, so Krieger's accuracy is going. Oh, that's what we needed. We needed accuracy for everybody. Shit.
Yes, that's what went wrong. Is everything missed?
Yes. All right. So, all right. I'm not even gonna do the meeting. All right. That's what I needed to do.
Fuck all y'all. I'm the king of this goddamn circus. I don't need your input.
So Nocturne is done. Was Kit the one doing the damage? I'm pretty sure Kit was doing the damage.
Kit was doing the damage, yes. Kit is our powerhouse.
So we need to get her an accuracy check. Shit, I should have brought the page up when I need to pull up what tricks she can do. Oh, and just to clarify, I don't regret my purchase of the Switch. Mario Odyssey and Breath of the Wild are really good. They are very fun.
It's just going... Pyro agonizes over decisions after they've already been made.
Yes, I do!
That's just how he works. We just have to roll with it.
Yes, I do.
And that's not even an insult towards you. That's just we roll with that. We roll with the way... Because I'm impulsive as shit. You have to talk me down from a lot of stupid shit.
Yes, I do. And it works out because, like, that's what relationships and compromises and such are all about.
Yep.
You just work that shit out and try to figure it out. But by playing off each other, it works really well. So we can make better decisions. Okay, so...
Yep. I mean, hell, we've still got the apartment. We're still able to buy things we need and also want, so it's working.
So the only two gadgets that specifically do accuracy are the trampoline and the sword juggle. And Pixies cannot do the sword juggle. So that leaves me with trampoline, which is a red kit. Okay.
Oh god, one of the things I bought was a tiny exercise bike for myself, and my knee really hurts.
In a way, that's good. You just don't want to strain yourself. How many revolutions did you do this time?
This time I did...
Shit.
I only did less than 100, but I was also at a different angle.
Oh, yeah, you were barely on the... Yeah.
Yes, it stressed my thighs rather than my calves. And, like,
right,
it's
that's
good.
for free.
I have fucked up knees just because one of them clicks, and I don't know why. But I'm hoping using that exercise bike will stop the clicking, but it just hurts.
Yeah. And it will. Alright, we need to go to... Warp.
KJ friend, I did not stretch first. Actually, you're not supposed to limber up before an exercise because that stresses your joints and ligaments more. I learned that on bodybuilding forums and Livestrong.
When were you looking at those?
I just do that every so often. Like, usually when I Google, like, a medically related thing, because I have psoriasis as well, and I'm just like, how do I get rid of dead skin? Livestrong will come up, bodybuilding forums will come up.
I almost started to close the episode because we're at 20 minutes, and then I remember we were doing a stream.
Yep.
So what the hell am I doing?
Ooh, that looks like a fun place to explore.
It's not.
What are you doing, Link? Pull your bow out. There's things to shoot.
I was going to say, after playing Breath of the Wild yesterday and a little bit this morning before the show, like... I mean, I'm not an elitist gamer who only cares about the...
crates! Crush them!
Who cares about...
There's apples in there.
Who cares about the latest and greatest, but that said, like... The shock from going to Switch, or from Switch to PS2 graphics is a little bit of a culture shock, I guess.
Oh man, I need to save this talk for when we're in the after party if we're doing Breath of the Wild, because I want to talk about Breath of the Wild.
Yes, you want to save that for Breath of the Wild. Okay, I need... Oh, come on, man.
Ryu says, remember to use the champ training thing.
Yeah, we're going to give that to Krieger. But that is something I need to do. I'm actually not going to leave here for a second. I want to see where his numbers are.
I will be right back.
But thank you for the reminder.
I'm going to go grab a drink and a glass. Nobody say anything funny while I'm gone, because I'm just going to come back and burst into tears laughing.
So, Krieger's numbers are pretty decent. Accuracy still means the most. So, let's see what accuracy things he can use. Everyone can use the trampoline. He is currently using sword juggle. He's only one of 3 who can use sword juggle. So that's what he's doing. So I should make him a new sword juggle. What I should do... Alright, what we're going to do is we're going to combine what I just bought. So we're going to get speed, accuracy, and trampoline kit, and pulp parts.
I come back and y'all are like, anything funny? And Kayla says, Sean is cute, I am not. And Ryu says, something funny, shoot, I said it, you're all a bunch of literal silly people. Alright,
so now we're going to unassign the trick that Krieger
D
is
feels
currently
bad
using.
for missing the Switch streams. Stick around, because we'll be streaming some more tonight.
Well, the Switch stream we did last night is archived. It's in the unplanned streams playlist. But tonight's after party, where we are going to be streaming Breath of the Wild, will not be kept. So if you are not watching this live, you're dicked. Oh my god, I've already made one.
Tofa and Chibi Girl are nominating us for cutest couple.
What the hell? When did I do that? God damn it!
I know, that's what I'm thinking.
This is why I need to... Shut up, Marlene! This is why I need to, Mighty Tank. Yeah, we're just gonna fix that right here. Anyway, we're gonna break apart Krieger's trick and then reassemble it.
I am super afraid of this new glass because it's made of actual glass.
My current plan here for the game is that, like, one of our monsters is capped in stats. I'm not worrying about it. I'm not gonna breed anybody. I'm not gonna do anything. All I'm gonna do is grind these 5 monsters up. And if we still can't beat that boss, then I will take another step. That's why I don't know how long this is going to last.
We have 3 votes that we're the cutest couple.
I actually got that. I almost won that for whatever that means, which is nothing. But anyway, I almost won cutest couple in high school, too, with Kelly. I mean, well, fuck that. Anyway, with Kelly, like, they were discussing who to vote for. But that was, like... As another example of me not being impulsive, we're the only ones who had a relationship that lasted beyond 4 months. Because when you're in high school, the relationships don't usually last that long.
I had one relationship that lasted 2 months and another that lasted 3 months.
I'm gonna break sword juggle, and then we're going to combine the champ tank with sword kit. No. With the sword juggle. Where the flip is it? What? Really?
And it's like...
It's a medium?
In retrospect, they weren't even relationships because we didn't even
It is a medium.
kiss much, and it's like... They asked me, and I was like, okay. Both of them just like, okay, I guess. I don't have anything else going on.
No.
Ryu says, I would say that you're the cutest couple, but my sister and her fiance are freaking adorable. We're in competition with Ryu's sister and her fiance.
Is that what we are?
I guess. I don't know.
Sans can do intelligence. That's not happening. Big lift. Alright, let's see if we guys can do speed and life, accuracy and intelligence, speed, life, and power. Can you do cannons? You can do cannons. Okay. Can you do swings? Because speed isn't a bad thing to have. Where's what am I looking at? Swing. What is swing?
Yep, Ryu says we're definitely a close second. Pyro, we must be cuter.
Swing. Zans cannot do swings. Okay, so they can do cannons. Oh no, man, I need the accuracy too much. Never mind. Champ tank and sword kit and laser parts.
KJ is asking if we watched the anime awards last night and asked if we watch anime. We used to watch anime, not so much anymore.
I never even really watched anime. And a lot of the anime I watch tends to be anime that is not fit for all audiences. But
Yep, I remember when I watched anime, I would watch anime that my sister was into, and it's just like...
Your blood sister or your other sister?
My other sister.
Okay. Whoa! Lucked out on that one.
Nice.
That is a metric butt ton of accuracy. Okay. Good. We should be pretty set here.
But my sister was super into shoujo manga, Fruits Basket, which was...
I like Fruits Basket.
I liked Fruits Basket. I think I still have the full set of novels somewhere in the basement. But, or in High School Host Club, which I haven't even finished.
Do they only do one season? I watched the whole thing
or
of
in High
that
School
on...
Host Club?
Yeah, I watched the whole season on Netflix. Alright. What else was I going to do?
I got super into Holic and Tsubasa and a whole lot of Clamp stuff because I had the Del Rey manga and they have all sorts of different cultural translations and notes in the back of the book.
Let's also not forget that I'm a trash panda who only watches dubs, so...
Oh, whatever. I only watch dubs these days anyway, either. I mean,
Whoa!
I am still by technicality learning the language, but
That's so cool! I'm sorry. We've got some LED light shows going on here.
Jesus fucking shit, what is this? A frickin'...
Damn, Kit. Alright. Okay, anyway, go ahead.
I'm trying to say a frickin' Skrillex show, but they're not even that flashy.
There is a website out there called justdubs.org, I believe, that does just dubs, which is what I do. And it's partly because... we've had the discussion 1,000 times, so I won't go into all the details, but what it really comes down to is I never fully watch a show, because I'm always either playing a game or doing something else. So...
What are the anime... Sorry.
Oh, just...
Talking.
When you read, or at least when I read, I have to pay full attention, so if I was watching something subbed, I would have to constantly pay full attention, and that's just not how I watch movies anymore. It is what it is. Anyway.
There we go. Chibi Girl's like, Kid is for Cirque du Soleil. That's the show.
DG, never be ashamed of not dating. It's dating...
Yes.
That's not to go all super philosophical, but... I know this is super easy to say and very hard to do, but just fucking ignore society's bullshit. It doesn't matter.
This is gonna get a little macro-y and a little super philosophical. But don't ever be ashamed for not doing anything or for doing anything, because there isn't a damn thing on this planet that is important, that is as important as, anybody says it is. Nothing.
I'm not that much of a nihilist, but I'd sort of kind of agree. But especially...
In terms of like stuff to do and like,
Okay, yes.
relationships and stuff.
Yes, that
Like,
I 100%
obviously,
agree with.
weddings, funerals, important events, those are super fucking important, especially to the people involved in them. But as far as hobbies and like genres and other stuff like that, nothing's that important that you need to worry about it.
Exactly. Like, I mean, one of our longest fans and friends of the channel is Crowbeak, and she's openly asexual. She just does not care. She doesn't have whatever chemical or whatever in your brain that makes you want/need it. So, you do you. It does not matter.
Yeah, Kala has also recently, she's asexual. She's come out. I mean, I saw that coming because I've known her since we were in grade school, and not once has she ever initiated a relationship.
Yeah.
But, like, it's okay.
Yeah, it's whatever.
Your life is your life to live.
I'm laughing because I'm like... it's one of those things that I was going to say that I knew would make me sound like an asshole, even though it's like 90% of a joke, and I'm arguing with myself whether to say it, and now I've hyped it up too much. All I was going to say was all the time you spend on not having a relationship, you can be watching PyroFalkon's Let's Play Extravaganza, where it's your Let's Play too.
Exactly.
And you can like, comment, and
Let
subscribe
us
the
be
hell
your
out
boyfriend.
of the videos. Yes, let us be your boyfriend.
We will take
We
you
are
to
your
wonderful
boyfriend,
locales. Look,
DJ.
we're taking you to the circus right now. And
Exactly.
after we go to the circus and after we go spelunking, we're going to go cliff diving.
Or
And,
cliff splatting,
hunting.
as the
We're
case
going
may
to go
be.
hiking and hunting.
Yep. Marvelous. Yeah, I mean, hell, the Akamura and I are working out because we're making it work and we want it to work. Like, that's what it comes down to. And I was single for over a full year, I think, before I met the Akamura. Or no, I think I was single for over a full year before we dated. I think I met you a few months after.
You met me a few months,
Megan
and then
and I
I
split.
got into a very doomed and very stupid relationship with a very stupid man.
You were still 16. That's fine.
Ugh.
Oh yeah, I was gonna bring that up. Like, we were discussing changing tastes in anime, because when I met the Akamura, she was into Elfen Lied, and she was
yeah.
apologizing to me for that whenever we discussed anime recently. And I'm like, don't apologize for liking what you liked back then? It was gross,
I
though.
actually recently looked through like Elfen Lied's tropes page again, and it's like it failed spectacularly, but it tried to be like a psychological thing, and it did all right, but it still failed.
Oh, for those who don't know, Elfen Lied is a very, very gory horror anime. Like,
spoiler and also
extreme.
content tags for
we're not going to be showing anything.
everything if you're going
Oh.
looking for it. Mostly
Yeah.
Guro.
I was done in episode 2 when, like, actually I didn't even like episode 1, but I forced myself through it because at the time the Akamura was like, no, it'll get better, just keep watching. So I'm like, all right. And but in episode 2, like, one of the character mounts another character, like, sits on their chest and then explodes their eyeballs, and I'm like, all right, I'm done.
Yeah.
Eyeball damage is way beyond what I can tolerate. So it's awful. Ugh. Yeah, it's not bad if you like gore, and that's fair. I hate gore, so I don't watch it.
DG says the ending made me cry a bit, to be honest, and it's like, yes.
Why am I getting money?
In the macro, the show is good, because all this horrible shit happens, and at the end, one of the characters, to whom, like, had, like, the third worst is like, this world is beautiful and I love it, and it's like, Jesus fuck, you can still say that after everything you've been through?
Oh, that is a nice message. But yes, I prefer, like, I don't know, I watch anime to get away, and play video games for that matter, to get away from
The horrors
violence
of reality and
yeah,
stuff. Yeah,
and I don't use it as an escape. I mean, I still read the news. You know, I've boned up on, you know, the recent shooting and the debates of gun rights and all
Yes,
that.
I feel
but,
like you'd
like
like slice of life anime.
I do like slice of life anime. But yeah, like, so I don't use it as an escape. It's just it's a break from it, I guess.
Yes.
You know.
I will say, if you are going to look for gory horror anime and manga, skip over Elfen Light and instead watch Higurashi.
Don't know what that is. I think the goriest one I ever saw, and I don't even know if it's... Those of you who know anime better than me can decide whether to define it as such, but the goriest thing I ever watched but enjoyed was Afro Samurai. And I don't even know if you count that as an anime.
Afro Samurai doesn't count, I think.
Does it?
Yep.
Okay. But yeah, that...
Actually...
Sorry, this is the hard one, so I can't talk.
Okay. That actually makes me think of... way back in 2011, I was at OhioCon, sitting in the gopher room, like we were all just basically sitting around and resting after the con and waiting to go around and do stuff for other people, is what the gopher room is. But, like, one of the girls there was like, and she was black, this is topical, she's like, there's no good anime starring decent black characters. And I, like, was like, hold on, that can't be true. And it's like, at the time it was 2011, I'm like, holy shit, there isn't.
Yeah, there really isn't. But...
And
Afro
correct
Samurai
me if
was
I'm
damn
wrong,
good.
I haven't seen a whole lot of anime, but, like, I think that's still kind of true.
Shit. I was about to add to that conversation, and, like... I can't talk during this one.
Like, I think at the time, even, like, the most popular animated period, like, animation featuring black characters prominently was frickin' the Boondocks.
Sounds about right.
And it's like, the Boondocks was very poignant and super important to watch at the time, but it was still laden with stereotypes.
I stopped with gore, but I'm enjoying ecchi anime. Did I pronounce that right?
Ecchi? Yes.
Ecchi? Is that what I like? I can't remember.
Yes.
Okay.
You like the titillation, which is
I
perfectly
do
fine.
like the titillation. I'm super... My favorite one is Chobits. I don't even know if that would
KJ Friend
count,
says
but
most
watch
people in
Chobits.
Japan have never met a black person. So
That's
it's
what
hard
I
to
was
write them.
wondering. Like, I'm curious about their demographics.
Yes, and the thing with Japanese culture is it relies heavily on stereotypes, for better or worse.
Yes.
And that's not me being mean. That is, they straight up rely on stereotypes.
Yep. I mean, I've seen several animes where the depiction of a black person is done in a way where if that was done in America, it would get them frickin' hanged.
Yep. Japanese perception of other people is so trope-laden, it's almost comical, but that's life for them.
Yeah. Lena puts it that there have been debates whether Japanese people are so racist they don't realize it, kind of thing. Because the way they basically see or draw their maps, supposedly. And again, Lena lived in Japan. She's very fluent in the culture and everything. And she's been there for years and years and years. But they basically see the world as Japan and not Asia Japan and not either. Like, that's about it.
Yes.
So, whereas us in America see everything by nation or region or whatever.
Yes, like...
Or culture.
It's like... The Japanese way of reading a person comes down to looking through a book on leaves and what trees they belong to. You go
Really?
through, is this true? Yes, go here. Is this true? Yes, go here. Is this true? Yes, go here. This person is this way.
Huh.
With no deviation.
Is that true? Like, is that a thing?
Pretty much. Like, I was reading a thing, this was a long time ago, about their perceptions of people who go overseas to get a job and then come home. Those people are super fucking shameful.
Shit.
And people who come from another country to get a job here suck. And people who go overseas to get a job and they're successful, fuck yeah. Like,
Huh.
success and where you come from is their measure of worth, almost. And it's like, animes are very tropey just because, like, that's what life's like. There's always the kudere, the tsundere, the yandere, the shut-in. And they all follow the same formula.
Can I just say I like anime discussion even though I don't know much about it?
Yeah.
Because I
do
love
too.
anime discussion, even though I don't know much about it. But yes, Chobits is definitely not terrible, and it's definitely on the safer side. There is some, I think there is a couple boobles, but that's about it.
Yep, and Chobits was made by the same people who made Holic and Tsubasa. That's Clamp. That's 4 ladies who started off writing fan comics and then started making their own stuff, and just it took off like gangbusters.
Gangbusters?
Yes, their stuff gets translated rapid fast into different languages.
It wasn't as boring as I thought it'd be, but try and do something better next time. Looks like we disappointed them a bit. Stress is increasing. Fuck the fans. Not you guys. You guys are awesome. Don't worry about it, Albert. We also have hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Tofa says Holic and Tsubasa are amazing. Yes, the art could be better, but the stories are amazing. However, Tsubasa went off the rails.
Wait, what? What is it?
Tsubasa?
I don't know what that is.
It's the story of, I don't know if you ever saw Cardcaptor Sakura.
No.
But it was based off of that show to start with, and it was this massive crossover series about these characters who were going from world to world collecting this other main character's MacGuffins and all this other stuff. And then the nature of the show is like recursive something, like making frickin' spirals and going in circles based off of impossible wishes and shit. And it's so hard to talk about because it breaks your brain no matter how much of it you understand. Just like the main characters turned out to be clones of the original characters, and the original characters are the children of those clones, and just like...
What?
Yeah!
What?
Yeah! Now you know how every single fan of Tsubasa felt when that volume got released. So then one character is constantly trying to save this other character, and it's impossible, so that's why that loop is created, and it's never going to stop, and it's never going to finish, and it's always going to be starting over and over again.
I'm sorry. I might need to take a break to clean the brain that's oozing out of my ears right now. That's another thing. I like simple stories and simple anime, which also probably makes me sound like a friggin' heathen. But, I don't know. But maybe it's one of those things, though, that, like, once you're watching it from the beginning, it's not so bad. Like, if I tried to explain the full line of Tenchi, which is my favorite anime, like, I would just make people very confused.
Oh, yeah. My favorite part of that logic bomb
is Mom still here, by the way? I can never tell.
I don't know. She never...
Whenever she leaves, like, she barely says goodbye.
Yep,
and so I never know.
I don't know if she commented or anything.
She's here. Well, she said hi to a bunch of people earlier. I need to turn timestamps back on. Where the hell's my timestamp button? There it is. So yeah, Mom said hi at 4:32, so that's only been a half hour. All right.
But yeah, like that whole logic bomb came when an almost unrelated guy wished that the woman he loved wouldn't die, would open her eyes again. And, like, that's the woman who grants their ability to go in that recursive logic loop.
What?
Yeah!
What?
Because somebody wished that woman wouldn't die and she's a wish granter, someone else had to have the tragedy as an equal trade, and that recursive logic loop occurred because that woman had to die, because the main theme of the story is you cannot undo death.
Huh. I also want to see Death Note.
Oh, yep, there she is. Your mom's here.
Okay. Oh, yeah, and plus a lot of our conversation's going to go over her head. Like, if we want to loop Mom into the conversation, we need to talk about mysteries in baseball, pretty much, or
Death
college
Note
sports.
Is one of my favorite animes. However, there were a few times where it betrayed its own logic and it didn't make sense. And every time I see that, I'm just like, eh.
They didn't retcon it or anything?
They didn't retcon it, they just changed the rules.
We can't reconcile this. Fuck it, let's just change everything.
And they do a few things that don't make any goddamn sense. Like, logically.
I see.
And, like, one thing has to occur that, like, the way they go about it is no one would fucking follow that gambit through to the end, and yet it happens because of reasons.
I have tried very, very hard not to do that in my book. I think I have succeeded largely, which is one reason why my story is so tight and good.
Like, Death Note took off because, first of all, the artist... Whoa.
Come on, Fridge. Come on. Hold
the
on.
artist who drew it is
Hold on.
super freaking popular at Shonen Jump. Is it done doing its thing?
I don't know. Give me just a sec. This is one reason why I'm kind of eager to, Alright, we should be good. It's one reason why I'm eager to take the PlayStation out of the rotation, because the other systems don't do this.
Like, the writer wasn't expecting that, and she pretty much just created problems to solve them 3 issues later. And it worked for the latter half, and like KJ Friend says, the second half dropped off in quality greatly, yes, because they introduced a lot of new characters and a whole bunch of other shit and all this other crap, and just,
Yeah, that goes with some of the writing tips I was giving last week, which is another... Yeah, if you're watching this from the archive, this stream is taking the place of Streaming Sundays number 151, and we've permanently lost Streaming Sundays number 150 because of mistakes I made from a technical side and YouTube being an ass, which I've taken steps to make sure that doesn't happen again, if I remember, so you should be watching this. But anyway, we got into a discussion on writing, thanks to TC prompting me for both the main show and the AP, and all of those writing tips are lost to the ether, which sucks ass.
Yes.
But that is one of the things I was discussing, and my general rule, which I will give any aspiring writer, is if you're going to introduce a brand new proper noun, contextualize that proper noun before moving on.
yes.
Shit, I was gonna make something up, but I can't make things up during this minigame. But basically, you don't want to make a convoluted sentence that introduces a whole bunch of new topics before you have a chance to tell the reader what those topics mean.
Yes.
Like, you can do it, but you're just going to confuse everyone, and it's going to make their ears bleed, and then they're not going to like your story as much. So contextualize every proper noun unless it's super obvious what it is. So an example I have, which I... God damn it! That's why I don't need to talk doing that minigame. Is, like, early on in my first book, a character's like, we have to go to Liline. And, like, if you're reading for the first time, what is Liline? Is it a person? Is it a place? And if it's a place, is it a city? Is it a landmark? Is it a country? Is it a region? Like, you don't know. The word Liline doesn't exist. So it's like, we have to go to Liline. And then another character says, what's Liline? And then the character who's speaking says it's the city of passion. Or maybe I think I combined it. I think I combined it where I had the character say, we're going to Liline, which is the city of passion. You have to contextualize your proper nouns.
Yes, I think you did an excellent job with Nick as the audience surrogate and explaining the world.
Yes. That's why you always want a dumbass character. And he doesn't have to be really stupid, but the best trick for doing that, for doing an audience surrogate, is a character who is out of place and has never been there before. For Harry Potter, it's Harry. Like, he's going to the wizarding world and knows nothing about it, so all the other characters have to explain the basics. And that's a literary device to explain the basics to the reader, too.
Yep, like when I get my story off the grounds, I'm going to have 2 audience surrogates for 2 different tropes. One of them's going to roll with it, and the other one's going to bitch the whole way. In fact, if you were there for yesterday's stream, like, I think Ryu and I think TC, you got introduced to Luke, who's one of my main characters. He's an absolute bitch about everything. And it'll make the story funny, but just because he bitches about everything, I'm able to explain things better.
Shit.
It's like, this is fucking stupid. Why are we doing this? We're doing this because X. It's still fucking stupid. That's Luke's character in a nutshell.
I saw you're looking to me like gauging my reaction, but
I was wondering if you were okay because you didn't say anything.
I am trying so hard on these mini games.
This looks fucking difficult. Yep, Ryu says the Saster Sword.
Yes.
Luke, absolute bitch about everything. Yes. Contained in his heart is a nexus of bitchery.
During these mini games, I'm focusing 100% on not fucking up. So if I'm ever quiet, that's why. Did I pick the right one?
TC says, "Are you sure it isn't Tales of the Abyss?" I am certain. First of all, Luke starts off as a girl. My Luke. Second of all, it's super not the same thing. I really like that I was able to come up with the frickin' back sassy comment about how, are you sure this is a legendary sword because it feels like some piece of shit I can get at the mall.
Damn it, you can't miss any of those when you're doing that mini game. Like, any misses at all, screw you. That's why, like, I can't speak during those. Holy crap. Anyway. Alright. Come on. Yes. What is DG saying about a story?
She's writing a fic for a very long time, but the story is so complicated and deep that she can't finish it. And she made a promise to herself that she'll only write a story of her own after she finishes it. Yeah, that's kind of the problem when you're writing something deep and then you get backed into a corner with your own logic.
I mean, that's why I had to do a page 1 rewrite of my book, because it was getting a little too, like, I wasn't able to edit it anymore. It was too much of a mess, so I had to just start over.
Like, my story has gotten revised in my head so many goddamn times that I'm afraid to commit it to paper or even like a word processor because I know I'm going to have to rewrite it.
I wondered why you hadn't even started it yet with as much as you talk about it.
Just things keep changing, and like certain characters I want to keep and certain characters I've done away with. Like one of the characters I've talked to you about recently, Sacha's changed names even 3 times and backstories 4.
Yes, I can't keep track of your characters. Or your story. Like, I sort of kind of get your shell, but it also hasn't really fully imprinted on my brain yet, probably because I haven't read it. When I read things, they click better. Like,
that's a huge problem, because one of the main themes of my story is going to be, like, personal and bodily autonomy and what that means and what it means when it's taken away in subtle and also extreme versions. And just like, that's so hard to get across properly, especially when I'm trying to tell a separate story.
I see. Toph basically got the right of it. I mean, everything is derivative off something else. Or even if it's not directly... like, I independently came up with the phrase, apologizing is a sign of weakness, which is my main character's catchphrase. And then thanks to Kalo... Well, first I heard it uttered by a character on NCIS, and then Kalo brought up that it's way older than that, because the line from NCIS was directly inspired by a John Wayne line, which he found the clip of. So, like, even though I independently came up with it, it's still derivative, and you can totally tell me I'm a liar. I'm not, but I'm saying you can make that argument and I can't prove it. Or rather, I can't prove it's not. So,
yep.
Everything's
back
derivative.
Through the chat, here's another difference between my Luke and Luke of Tales of the Abyss. Tales of the Abyss's Luke gets better. My Luke never stops being a salty bitch. Never.
Did you name him after the Tales of the Abyss character?
No, I named him Luke as a sort of, I don't know, I was going with something biblical at the time. Like, I named him Luke Chaplin, which, you know, he's got the name of one of Jesus' apostles, and his last name means preacher or a version of preacher, and it's just like, he's such a salty bitch.
That's not bad.
But well, his name's changed. His last name has changed since then, but I'm keeping Luke as sort of an artifact because it's nice and sharp.
That's not so bad. Well, like, no, I was going to say, like, at least you didn't go the My Immortal or Handbook for Immortals route and name a magician Spellman. Jesus. Ugh. What a oh god, that's the worst prologue I've ever read in my life.
I will say a lot of my characters started off as original characters to insert into fandoms as a sort of insert fic. Like, another one of my main characters' names is Yiska, and that was meant to be for like some kind of Until Dawn spin-off shit, and the joke is his name means the dawn comes. But now he's completely separate from that, and I'm just keeping the name because it's nice. And Yiska's whole story is like he's a Native American, but he's got no connection to his culture because he grew up in New York City. And he feels removed from it in that way, that like, hey, I'm Native American, I'm supposed to have I have a Native American name, and like, I have no fucking idea what my culture is like. And I'm surrounded by just like alienating Americanism everywhere, and just that's the whole thing. And like, it kind of destroys him inside, but he also doesn't let it get him down because he's big tough memory man, which is also a thing that I'm going to be addressing because he doesn't give himself a break ever. Let's read through the let's see here. Ryu says, I like to use the inspiration example, bird plus lizard plus fire equals dragon. TC says, absolute power doesn't corrupt anything, it simply reveals someone's true nature. That's a really good quote. KJ Friend says, Charizard isn't a dragon. Ryu says, all creativity comes from something. That's the thing, is most content producers have consumed more content than most content consumers ever will. Because that's
the only way you get better.
Yeah. It's practically research. That is fucking brutal. Sad Nico's off for a bit. His dinner is ready. DG is now in the mood to play some Pokemon.
More than welcome to play Pokemon. Just keep watching the channel.
Yes, keep watching our show. Hell, frickin' Sun and Moon practically plays itself for you.
Fuck Sun and Moon.
Yes, like every time I think about going back to Pokemon, I think of how handholdy Sun and Moon's long tutorial is.
I was just bored.
Me too.
Like that was the thing. It wasn't exciting. And then when they're like, hey, there's a wild Pikachu. Why don't we take a picture of it? Like, no, I have Pokeballs. Let me beat the shit out of it.
Look, it's a Growlithe that you haven't caught yet. Take a picture of it.
Yeah.
No, it's like, Jesus fuck, are you gonna hold my hand? Are you gonna hold my hand through the freaking dark forest? Or are you gonna hold my dick while I pee? Fuck off.
Wow.
Let me make mistakes.
And yet, going back to a discussion we had yesterday, like, I have no problem with the game existing. It doesn't ruin my enjoyment of older ones. It just doesn't appeal to me anymore. Like, that's what it comes down to.
Tofa says the first half of the game is a tutorial.
Sounds about right.
We're not even done.
No, because I think that first set of islands is the tutorial kind of thing. Yeah, I have no interest in going back to it.
Jeez, I love Pokemon, I really do. But Game Freak, you fucked up.
I think they were trying to get new people, which is, I don't know.
I think they did an excellent job of that in Pokemon X.
Yes, but they can't just re-release... Well, yeah, they can. I was going to say, they can't just re-release X and try to get the next generation.
Yes. X's mistake was it tried to be too ambitious in the beginning, and it didn't get everything crammed into the end. What they should have done was follow X's model and just create a new story.
I really like X. It's probably my favorite.
Me too. I don't even care if it's a half-finished game. I love it.
It's a half-finished game?
I feel like there was a lot of storyline stuff that they didn't get to.
Oh, I see. It just... to me, X and Y felt like I was on an actual Pokemon adventure.
Right!
And then the whole gym situation was just something to do. Whereas most Pokemons before that, it felt like the gyms were the goal. And so the adventuring bits were, like, side quests.
I will
guess.
argue that the original Ruby and Sapphire felt like you were on an adventure, but you didn't play the originals,
Yeah,
and that's
I never
okay.
played them.
It felt like you were on an adventure and you just fucked across the gyms. In fact, if I remember correctly, there is a point where if you don't do a certain thing, you're locked out of the rest of the game.
What?
Yes, I locked myself out of the rest of the game because I didn't have a Pokemon that could surf. Yep.
That seems like a really bad oversight by Game Freak.
I didn't find the... See, Pokemon is designed where you're supposed to talk to everybody you meet, and I didn't get the Old Rod, so I didn't fish up a Tentacool, and I didn't learn Surf, so I couldn't access the water levels, which was the latter half of the game.
Yeah, but they don't usually, like, screw you out of advancing like that.
And that's the thing is, it wasn't intended for me to screw myself out of the game. I was supposed to go get the rod.
No, I know, but usually they, especially Nintendo and Game Freak, put in safeties for that. Like, either they'll just straight not let you go beyond a certain point until you talk to the right person, or there'll be a second person who can help you out. Like, any of those tricks. Usually Nintendo games do that.
It kind of futzed up, because once I got the Surf HM, they were like, oh, you don't need to go to Dewford anymore, you can just surf yourself, and they took out the boat to go.
Whoops.
Yep. That was the oversight glitch.
Is that a known glitch?
It's not really a glitch so much as it was an oversight.
No, I know, but that's what I'm saying. Like, usually they would have some sort of something to prevent that from completely screwing you. That's really surprising.
I was supposed to get the Old Rod.
That's really surprising that they... Huh. Well, whatever. Anyway.
Yep, Ryu asks, can't you go back to get that? Nope. I couldn't take Mr. Briney's boat anymore.
Makes me really curious. Like, now I'm curious enough that I want to go to, like, GameFAQs, or at least just Google and, like, type that in, see if there's a way out of it.
The thing is, I started with Combuskin because at the time I was super into fire Pokemon. And, like, everything up until then, you get grass Pokemon, you get rock Pokemon, you get fire Pokemon, you get more rock Pokemon. It's just everything but...
Everything but water?
Everything but water, and the only way you can get a water Pokemon is Dewford.
Too bad they didn't bring back Surfing Pikachu.
TC says, I would think that the good rod was in the area. No, not in Dewford. Dewford was the second gym.
Touch the...
The good rod, I believe, was either in Slateport. No, it wasn't in Slateport because I didn't have the rod. I want to say it was either in a... I know the Super Rod was in Moss Deep. Right, because Moss Deep was second to last. And the good rod was in Lily Cove. But see, I couldn't access Lily Cove because I couldn't walk there because I had to have a separate HM to break through to Lily Cove from Winona's gym, which is locked off for me because at that time I had only just completed Norman's gym. KJ Friend says, Old Rod and a Gyarados. Ruby and Sapphire was my first game, so I went into it media blind and I didn't know jack shit about Pokemon strategies or anything.
Good thing HMs are gone, says Tofu.
Ryu says there aren't any Pokemon you can catch to learn Surf. At the time, nope. There was a fire section, a grass section, a rock section, and I went through my box with the Surf HM and nobody could learn it.
I just want to point out that Krieger's accuracy is currently level 22.
Yep, Tofu says good thing HMs are gone. Yes. Yes. Frickin'
Nope,
Gen 4 went too far with him. There were like 15.
I forget how they handle that now. How they handle HMs. What do they do?
I think you can. I think it function. First of all, TMs are no longer one use.
Right, that I remember.
They did that.
It's been
5.
It's been forever since I played. Like, I was still working at Walmart, so it's probably been because we got when. Those of you in the chat, if you remember, when did Sun and Moon come out? Because we got them. We either got them on release day or close to release day.
I pre-ordered them, so we got them on release day.
Okay.
Ryu
and we
asked,
were done within like 3 weeks, and I haven't played them since. So it's been that long since I've touched a Pokemon game.
Ryu also asked if I could have just traded it from another game. The only person I could have traded with was my asshole brothers, and they're not going to do me any fucking favors.
Oh yeah, that was Game Boy Color.
At the time, I was just
Advance.
a dumb girl who was tagging along and only into stuff to annoy us because, you know...
Girls can't be gamers, herf derf.
Yeah, my brothers were shitheads. So they're not going to do me any favors. I had to restart.
Yeah.
And I got frickin' Mudkip.
Mudkip.
God bless Mudkip.
Aw, you love Mudkip.
I do.
He's so cute.
I wish they hadn't stolen my original cartridge because I would love to have my original Swampert because that... I
never forget your
value
first.
Trained the shit out of that motherfucker, and I was
Did
one
you?
of those. I was one of those dumb players who like went through with just their starter.
It's not dumb.
Massacred the Elite Four with that Swampert.
I'll say that's not dumb. They're the strongest monsters there are, pretty much,
Yeah.
if I remember right.
See, my Swampert had the 3 main swimming HMs attached to it, and I still beat the Elite Four.
Yeah. I think that shit's starting to finally come around. That
Yes.
the whole girls can't be gamers bullshit.
At the time, like, my parents even bought into it, because, like, we got the GameCube, and I wasn't allowed to play it, because my parents bought it for us kids, heavy quotes, and my brothers put it in their room, and I didn't get to play it ever.
Lovely.
Yeah. And it's like, I would complain, but my parents are like, whatever. And it's like, I wasn't allowed to have a whole lot of computer time because I was just playing games.
Yep.
Or I was looking up game stuff. And, like, I wasn't allowed to... Like, I would buy my own Pokemon cards and my brothers would steal them. And my parents wouldn't do anything.
The one that really bothered me was, like, there was a customer... So, back when I worked at Walmart, the bike rack was next to the discount toys. And there was a little girl who was 5-ish there with her grandmother, and she like looked at the dinosaurs and she picked up a T-Rex, and the grandmother's like, "You don't want that. Dinosaurs are for boys." And I'm thinking, what? Since when the fuck are dinosaurs for any domestic group
God,
or
my
social
parents-
group? Like,
My mom was that weird mixture of didn't want me to be like a normal girl, but only let me play with girl toys.
Ah, that's useful.
Yeah, my mother's not smart. Like, the last time I spoke with her about anything to do with my hobbies, I was playing Pokemon Black on my DS, both of which I bought with my own money. And, like, my mom was like, "I can't believe you're still playing those games." And I'm like, "Well, you never let me play them when I was a kid, so I gotta catch up." And she shut her fucking mouth. Yeah. I'm sorry, this just mystifies me every time I see it because it's so complicated. It's crazy.
It's not that this mini game. The
Yes.
concept is easy. You match the symbol or the color to the one in the thing, but
Yellow.
yeah, it's just that the
Yeah, it's
hand-eye
just-
coordination is difficult.
Yes. It's crazy.
We're almost ready to start because 4 of the 5 monsters are at the end of their lifespan, or whatever you want to call it now.
They're at their peak.
Yeah. Since it's not lifespan anymore,
Right,
since all monsters
says
live
Surf
forever.
is really strong, so it being an HM doesn't really matter much. If I remember
Yes, I agree.
correctly, Surf did not match up with my Swampert's natural stats, so it sucked.
What? Oh, I see what you're saying. Like it's either a special move and he had high power or vice versa.
Yes. I remember Surf and Dive were special moves, but Waterfall was a physical move. Waterfall was my favorite. Your mom says, "When I was growing up, my sister and I had dolls and toy tractors, play kitchen stuff and cars. Mom and Dad let us play with whatever we wanted. Thanks, Mom and Dad." Yeah.
Yes. Interestingly, my mom had some issues like that too. Like my grandparents, her parents were good about that stuff, but like my mom grew up in the 50s, so and had to deal with society at large being asshats. Like, if I remember right, Mom wanted to take shop and she couldn't. Like, just straight didn't let her.
Yeah.
Ah,
It's like,
fuck me.
I mean, even when I was growing up, like, I guess you'll pry gender roles out of traditional people's cold, dead-ass hands, because, like, if I wanted to take... I got a little bit into landscaping because it was math and working with my hands, and that excited me, and people called me a dyke for it.
Wow.
Which, you know, they're half right, but rude.
Just like what you like, as long as it doesn't hurt anyone. And I'm not, like, that's just always been my philosophy, because I don't give a shit. Like,
Yeah,
you know,
it's like...
I still cave to pressure, so I don't listen to myself as much as I should.
I just don't get what traditional people are afraid of for something to be outside of their worldview.
Yeah, that I concur with.
It's like, it doesn't hurt anybody.
It's like racism. I don't even understand the concept. I mean, I can't understand where hatred comes from like that, because I don't feel it, so
yes,
I can't relate to it at all.
This is going to be a little bit off topic.
Yeah, whatever.
But like... I go through a lot of child-free forums to see all sorts of different resources for that, because Pyro and I aren't having kids anytime soon.
Nope.
But, like, I got a chick at work who has since quit, who's just like, you should have kids! You'll love kids! Once you have kids, it'll be the best thing in your life. And it's like, I learned that's what's called a bingo when people do that.
What?
When people with children basically harass child-free people about having kids because that's what they did. And it's like, it boils down to people who lived their life a certain way not liking that the decisions they made, however they made them, can be called into question like that.
It sounds like living vicariously through someone who just made different decisions.
Yes, and it's like, it's less that and more like trying to get them to make the same decisions you made so you don't have to think about your life.
Oh. Okay, that makes sense. That totally makes sense.
And also from those child-free forums, I learned a whole lot of ways to divert getting so-called bingoed. Because it's like, that chick stopped talking to me entirely and even quit because, like, she'd be like, you should have kids, and I'd be like, I like drinking vodka too much. You should have kids! I'd probably drown it in the bathtub.
That's dark.
That's
dark, a little too dark.
That was one of the things I said when she just persisted.
Fair enough.
Like,
you know me, I've got more patience for people than that. I'd always soft lead conversations.
I was like, let's be honest, I'm one bad day away from, like, throwing something through the window. I don't want to raise a kid like that.
I mean, that's fair enough.
I mean, that's not necessarily true. That is extreme. Like, I'm one bad day away from laying down in bed with some earbuds in.
I still...
But, like... Sorry, continue.
No, Come on. God damn it. I still don't like saying never. Like, even for the Akamura, I don't want to say we'll never have kids, she'll never I don't like absolutes, because anything can change, people become different, whatever. So I on principle, I don't like shutting the door on anything, however low of a chance I feel that it will actually happen or not happen. Okay,
yes,
so Prager and
like,
Win are the only two.
Right now in my life, I don't feel like running after a freaking goblin trying to break all my nice things. Because that's what children do. I had to help raise my little sister because my mom insisted on having her and then pawned her off on us kids.
Exactly. And for me, I have too many electronics.
I, in fact, went from wanting kids almost religiously to like, no, never. Oh
yeah, sorry, Mom. Mom grew up in the 60s and 70s. Actually, she grew up in the aughts because she's 19.
Yes.
Or 29 or whatever the fuck. Oh, if she's 29, she grew up in the 90s. There we go. There we go.
Your mom fits into
wait. Dear Oroko Circus, how's life in the amateur circus game?
I don't know. You tell me.
I've been kicking myself for making the last test so easy, I mean. So I was thinking, and I decided to raise the bar a bit. Don't worry, you children should still be able to handle it. Give a show in the next 12 weeks and an average score of 80 or more. That is your task. If I were to give this task to one of my colleagues, they would probably get quite angry. It's much too easy for them, you see. So it should be just about right for you. Oh, I almost forgot something important. I've prepared a prize this time as well. It'll be just as good as the last one, although it seems a shame to waste it on you. Well, good luck. We're behind you all the way. Signed, Assbots.
You're behind us in the ratings, you mean? Oh.
Maybe I got too excited last time. I can't seem to get very angry about this letter. You wouldn't know it from that face. Scary. We just have to give a show in the next 12 weeks and get 80 points or more, right? Piece of cake. Yeah, it's actually super easy to do that. Anyway, sorry, continue. Just that was a new event, so I wanted to voice it. But yeah, I mean, even just for the sake of financial reasons, as long as we're doing the channel, I don't want kids, because any money I put toward the channel, I'm going to feel like I should be putting toward the kid. So
yeah, I don't want kids until I can sock away a college fund.
Which is probably never going to happen.
Yeah, with
unless
the way
we get crazy super rich.
With the way college inflation rates are going, yeah. No.
Yep. So, and
we
actually,
stumble across a giant ass platinum deposit.
Or everyone needs to go buy One Step Toward Divinity, which is available now on Amazon and Audible. But like, I mean, I think for us, it should be like the way we're working with Thunder, or we worked with Thunder, because that was the perfect amount of dog for you. Since if Thunder acted up, we could give him back, and we never had to pay for anything. So we can do that for kids. If either of us really need the kid itch scratched, we can go be babysitter somewhere.
Yes.
Or volunteer at a daycare or something. Because that would give us our kid fix, and then we could just walk away and realize what we are being dumb about. But still, again, there are also people who are super into it, so
back when
fair
you worked
enough.
at Walmart and you were Santa, like somebody passed you a young baby and you looked into
she
her
was
blue
cute.
eyes and you were just like, I need you.
Yep.
And then like 2 babies later, the baby literally shit in your arms.
Yes, that happened. Oh, yeah, the mom said, oh, I know that face. He's pooping. And my response was, oh. I guess I'm gonna go get I almost said hysterectomy. That is the wrong operation.
No, that's mine.
Exactly. I was gonna get my, I'm gonna go get clipped.
Yeah, you'll go get a vasectomy.
Vasectomy.
I'm
sorry. I know the word. I'm
tubal
playing the
ligation.
stupid minigame. Anybot. Point is,
Mark showed up just as we're talking about getting a fix.
no one should be forced to have... Yeah, if you can wait to afford to get kids, you'll never have them. Exactly. Unless you're crazy, stupid, rich. 100% correct. So, yeah, like, I don't know, man. If you want to be a parent, great.
Yes.
Go have kids when you're ready. If you don't want to be a parent, great. Don't.
Yeah, one of the things I saw in a lot of child-free forums, though, is a lot of parents had kids, so they'd have somebody to take care of them in their old age, and it's like, never do that, because if you live your life like that, that kid's not going to take care of you. My parents were like that.
I'm not doing that for Mama Falcon. When she gets too old, I'm going to just strap a cat to her.
Yep. I'm already estranged from my parents, so like my mom wanted us kids to take care of her, and first of all, among us 3 kids, me, the one who's alienated her the most, 4 kids. I forget, I have a little sister who's still a minor, but like, among us 3 kids, 3 older kids, I'm the one who's well equipped to take care of her, because I think...
You're the most mature one.
Not only am I the most mature one, but...
Hello, Cosmic Phoenix. And hello,
one
Mark.
Of my
I'm sorry
brothers,
I didn't say hi to you.
I think, is homeless at this point, because he's got no life skills. And the other one married the first woman who would have him, and I think he still lives in a house with 6 roommates, and he's the, like, he cleans up after everybody.
Damn it.
I'm just like, neither of my brothers who she favors can take care of her. I can take care of her, But I don't want to see her stupid face ever again.
Why
'Cause
is
I'll punch it.
Why was this even discussed? Like, it just seems like a weird thing to bring up to your kid. Especially given, like, she doesn't have health problems, as far as I'm aware, so it just seems like...
She has several health problems. She just forces her way through them.
Oh,
Both of
that's
my
ballsy.
parents have spinal issues.
Oh, that's right.
Some of which related to, like, coming out of the Air Force, some of which not, some of which from fucking... Like, my mom is basically, like, civilian Rambo. She'll keep going until she quits, for better or worse.
Yes.
There was one time she was trimming the hedges and we had to take her to the emergency room because she stopped sweating an hour ago. Like, an hour before she told us.
Wait, what?
My
didn't parse that.
My mom was trimming hedges in one of our infamously hot summers. Hot and humid summers, and she stopped sweating and she came in for lemonade and she's like, I stopped sweating, and my dad said, get in the car.
I still do not understand.
If you stop sweating, that means you're out of, like, fluid.
Oh, she physically stopped sweating. I
Yes,
see what you're saying.
she stopped sweating.
She had no more fluids to give. I see. It's very hard to follow a story right
Yeah.
now. I don't know why I keep apologizing. Like, you guys see the kind of nonsense I'm having to deal with here.
Yes, like, you're dealing with some shit right now.
We're almost done. I miscounted. 2 of the monsters are still going.
Mark says, my parents have joked that I'll have to look after them when they're older. Just start picking up brochures for really, really shitty nursing homes, and they'll stop that.
Leave them lying around the house.
Yep. With, like, accompanying, like, newspaper articles detailing their scandals with some red circles around some damning evidence. And,
Oh,
like,
God.
The worst one you can find, just, like, in red pen, this one, question mark?
Here comes the super hard
Yep.
one.
Mark says they joke because his siblings are useless. Yeah, my siblings are useless, so... Like, my mom pulled me aside one day when I was about 15, and she said, when I get old enough, I expect you to take care of me. And I'm like, okay, because I'm 15. Dylan is asking whatever happened to that bathroom spider from a couple weeks ago. We killed it.
Dylan?
Yep, Dylan Parker is here.
Hi! I was like, I didn't see they arrived.
Hello. Yep. DG says, I know how you feel, Mark. I still live with my parents and my brothers. Ugh. And my brothers are useless, yeah.
And for those who don't know, I have no siblings, so I have not experienced the joy.
The joy.
The joy.
Yeah. The wonderment of living with other people whose empathy drives still have not developed.
Exactly. I don't know, man. It's probably a chicken and the egg question about whether my personality developed because of that kind of thing or because... Anyway, my point is, I've always been kind of a loner anyway, so great that I don't have siblings. Like, I just don't care. I already don't like people in general. I don't want to see anyone.
KJ Friend says, only child for the win. We are the best. I wish I was an only child.
Yes, it has its advantages.
But I think my parents would still be awful, so I don't know. I don't know.
I mean...
I wish I was someone else's kid.
Going back, I would not have minded developing my social abilities from an earlier age, but while a sibling would have forced that to happen, I don't think that's necessarily the solution, and it certainly wouldn't have been the only solution.
Yes. TC says...
Whoa, shit!
Whoa.
Fridge?
I'm going to
swear.
unplug that fridge.
No, don't unplug the fridge.
There's
There's drinks
nothing
in there. What do you mean there's nothing in it? You said there was something in
there's
it.
lemonade in it. Whatever.
Oh my god.
Lemonade will cool back down.
Alright, hold on. Let me get out of here first.
Yeah, that fridge is killer.
Yes, I can't wait to... And the thing is, since it's only the PS2 that happens to, that means the PS2 does not have any inherent, surge protection. Or if it does, then my, oh, you know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, it's probably not the PS2, it's probably the upscaler.
Yes.
I bet you the upscaler doesn't have any inherent surge protection, which makes sense.
The PS2 is functioning fine. That happens and you can instantly pause.
Yep, that's true. The PS2 isn't the thing that's getting damaged, it's the video feed.
Yep.
So it's the upscaler.
TC says, my grandmother is 66 and still going strong, owns her own business. Yeah, people are actually becoming enfeebled and dying at later ages.
Yep.
Let's see here. Mark gets on with his siblings, but they certainly don't hang out. Yeah. Tofa has 2 sisters, all 7 years apart. Yep, my older brothers are close in age to me, but my little sister is 12 years younger than me. Around about 12 or 13, because she was born when I was 12, I think.
Excuse me. Didn't we fix the upscaling problem at one point?
We did by unplugging the fridge.
Yeah, I know, but I thought we fixed it. So, whatever. Yeah, go ahead and pull it if you want.
Yep, it was less fix and more patch.
Well, and again, once we get Monster Rancher Evo out of it, and again, the reason I want to be done with Monster Rancher Evo is just because we've been on this so long, and it's literally the only thing I have left to take my PlayStation out of my rotation, and I just want to get it out of here.
KJ Friend says, I'm already half blind. I don't want to know what I'll be like if I get older.
Alright, so I needed to get 80 points. I got, what is that? 490 divided by 5, whatever that is.
Tofa feels bad for my sister. I do too, because my parents suck a lot. I don't know if you gathered that from the way I talk about them, like they're Satan incarnate.
To the amateurs of our Koro Circus, greetings. You didn't do as badly as I thought. Since you seem to have so much trouble with my first test, I went easy on you. I never thought you would have to try so hard to complete such an easy task. Couldn't you have had a little fun with it? Well, never mind. Next time I'll make it a real test. Of course, the prize will be suitably impressive. Just make sure you don't work your monsters too hard. Don't want them running away on you. Haha. Signed, Butt Munches. There's also some kind of prize here. It's a fruit dish level 1. I guess that's all we can expect. The last prize was terrible too. That makes 2 Trino Bello challenges we've passed, but it looks like there's going to be at least a couple more. Well, I'm not worried about it. I have every confidence that you can do it. We just have to keep up what we've been doing. Damn straight. Alright. So, I'm still going to keep going until Krieger caps out. But he is in a very good position right now. Look at that. He's got almost 2,400 accuracy and almost 2,000 power. So, and we've pumped up all of his skills. If anyone's going to be able to fuck over that final boss, it's going to be Krieger. Especially since he's still not done. When I chatted about what game we were going to do to the patrons, Ryu sent me a message that said, "What? How did you put it? Something like you can't wait to see what your grand monstrosities are going to be doing," and that's a good line for what Krieger is. Krieger is definitely a grand monstrosity at this point. He's gonna wreck some people. I knew he'd get really strong once we got his numbers up, which was a pointless sentence that I just said.
TC feels bad for me because he had several cousins who acted like siblings. See, my cousins are all also awful people. Everybody got in on the whole... I was the scapegoat for everybody's shitty aggression and shitty behavior in the family, essentially, so that's why I don't talk to any of my family anymore. And it's unfortunately for my little sister, growing up, my parents, when she was born, my parents are all this one's our do-over because you all suck. And Leah's our favorite, and Leah this, Leah that. Just basically inflating a little 2-year-old's ego. So
2-year-olds already have extreme egos.
Yes, she's not gonna have a good time when she enters the adult world. I had a bad time because I didn't have any life skills. first of all, because my parents didn't do a whole hell of a good job parenting, period. Like, my brother Sam at 16 didn't know how to do an order at McDonald's.
Didn't know how to do?
He didn't know how to order food.
Oh.
Like, he has a usual order that he does not deviate from, and he went to order it. And they were out of some condiment or something at the time, and he turned to my mom, and he's like, what do I do now?
That's kind of messed up.
Mm-hmm.
How old was he?
16 or 15.
Wow. I mean, I won't judge him too harshly, but it's like one of the things I've learned becoming an adult is that usually if you ask nice, people will help you out. Like that's one of the things that I've really had to take to heart. Like, because there's no
Sam,
class.
Though, sorry, I just gave away his name. But the thing with him is he had this huge superiority complex. He could not be wrong. Asking for help was anathema to him.
Gotcha.
So he just lived his life expecting other people to do stuff for him. And in fact, when he moved out, he moved in with one of my mom's friends. And I worked with her at one point, and she said, like, it was like taking care of an adult elementary schooler, because he didn't even know how to buy shoes for himself, and he wasn't going to.
Huh.
She had to buy him new shoes.
Yeah, now that I'm thinking about it, I don't know whether I asked, but I know both my parents. I always went shoe shopping with my dad for some reason. But anyway, both my parents always were like, you'll have to learn how to do this sometime. Here's how to do this basic thing.
Yeah, like KJ Friend says, now they have tablets you can order from in McDonald's, and it's like, he wouldn't know how to use it. He wouldn't. He really wouldn't. Like, I'm surprised. I'd be surprised if he doesn't ship out his tax documents to my mother every year.
You iGeneration with your screens and such. I'm teasing, I hope you all know that. But anyway. Hello, Iron Tusk. Welcome to the stream. Man, I think anyone who struggles, you could argue, is wasted potential. Because I don't think there are too many people who are, like, truly lost causes. I think there are some. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, like, the thing with my brother is it's not that he doesn't know how to do things, it's that he has no interest in learning either.
That's something
that
that can't be really...
complex.
Yeah, that's something you can't really...
It's like, my parents didn't teach me anything, so I learned by watching. And in fact, that did me a lot of favors when it came to my work, because people didn't have to teach me things. I'd just watch them and then do it. And that's how I learned how to do stuff.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that. Fuck.
Like,
damn it.
I remember there was one day, like, 6 people in a household, you're going to have a crap load of laundry. So rather than do laundry on a weekly basis, we just let it pile in the basement and then do it when we couldn't walk over it anymore. So my mom did all the laundry on the floor and then took it all upstairs to the living room and dumped it all over our couches. And 2 days later, she was like, I'm sick and tired of seeing all this laundry around here. And, you know, instead of fucking saying, like, hey, claim your laundry, and she just dumped it and didn't say anything. She's like, let's all get together and fold it. So naturally, I come over and my brothers don't do shit. And I folded a towel trifold in front of her, and she's like, oh my god, they can be taught. And it's like, I learned watching you. You didn't teach me shit. I learned watching you.
I will say I still don't know how to fold shirts properly. But I will also freely admit that the part of the reason I don't know how to fold shirts properly is because I just don't care.
Yeah.
So...
I prefer the rolling method because you can just shove a crap ton of shirts into your closet that way. It's like, I used to do the Japanese folding method, which is like pinch one corner, pinch another corner, swap your arms, fold it over so it looks even, blah, blah, blah.
I had a few coworkers lovingly busting my balls at work when I worked at Walmart because I didn't know how to fold shirts correctly. and they were like, "You're college educated and don't know how to fold shirts." I'm like, I either hang mine up or just throw them in the drawer. Like, I do not fold my clothes. So it's. I know I can be taught. I just don't know because I did not care.
Turn of phrase though. You're college educated and you don't know how to do basic niche thing that 90% of America doesn't do anymore.
That's a good. I hadn't considered that. But yes, I may be college educated, but I'm also when it comes to certain things, I am very slobby, and that is one of them. I do not care how my clothes look.
Yeah, hell,
I just don't.
Our clothes
except for my suit. I care how my suit looks.
Our clothes are cotton based, so it doesn't matter if they wrinkle.
Or what?
Our clothes?
Oh.
We wear cotton clothes.
I gotcha. Well, like, and the Yakamura and I probably shouldn't reveal this. This will make my mom cry. But, like, for laundry, we just throw shit on the floor. And when we get dressed, we pull it out of the clean laundry basket. Like, we do laundry, leave our clothes in the basket, and we just fish them out. And then when they're worn and dirty, we just throw them on the floor and then gather everything together later.
Yeah, like that habit I got from my parents stuck with me. Like, dirty clothes on the floor. When you can't walk over it anymore, load it in.
Yep. Like, I care about dust. I care about keeping my entertainment center clean. I like keeping my computer and other electronic devices clean, but for my clothes, I just don't give a shit. It just it's a bad habit. I'm definitely not endorsing bad habits. I'm just, real with myself, and clothes are one of my least caring about things that I do.
GG is asking, who doesn't know how to fold socks? For me, it depends on how people want their socks folded. Because, like, there's 5 different ways to fold socks that I know of.
Really?
Yep. There's the fold it in half method. There's the turn the hem, I guess, of the sock over.
That's the one Mom and I do.
There's rolling it up, which I do, because I used to have, like, a lot of socks and panties, and that's what I would do to fit everything. I just roll everything up. I would, like, roll a pair of socks in with a pair of panties like a frickin' cotton pig in a blanket.
That's awesome. Yeah, I don't know, man. At the end of the day, again, this is one of those things where, like, I don't even know if that speaks to how you are as a person, kind of thing. Like, if you want your bosses to know you don't fold your socks correctly or whatever. But, like, I don't know. I'm a hard worker, I feel. I certainly see projects through to the end. I'm very detail-oriented, but I just don't give a shit about my shirts and my socks. Yep. So, it is
Mark
what it is.
Mark said he didn't know how to pair socks, and that was when his mom realized he was a spoiled brat. I used to pair socks religiously, and I would, like, miss a sock or two for whatever reason, so I just... Very recently, even, I stopped pairing socks. I'm just like, they're the same length, they work. Oh, hey, it's,
Yeah, it's not Lambert. Welcome. So, how have you been? Are things going well? Well, not bad, I guess. I see. Try burning this incense. It might improve things a little bit. What is that? Some kind of
Yes, Tico, we're going to burn this candy and inhale the smoke of said burning candy and not eat the candy. You know, like you do with candy.
This is why you don't have kids.
Yes.
It smells nice. Farewell. Oh, he's gone. Come again. Well, I guess it's nothing bad anyway. Let's try burning it. That's my policy for things. What a nice smell.
I guess it's nothing bad. Let's set it on fire.
The monsters seem to have relaxed a bit too. I think everyone's stress levels have gone down. That's good stuff.
It's weed, isn't it? It's weed, isn't it?
It is 100% weed.
Oh man, next week, like, stress is gonna increase because the paranoia is gonna kick in.
We need to go buy more fruit level 1s to handle everyone's munchies. Anyway. Oh man, this game. Alright, I was hoping that we'd get to the dungeon soon, because we've been going over an hour and a half and all we've been doing is grinding, but... Man, like, as long as we can grind, I want to keep grinding. At least Krieger, because...
Your mom's on the way out. Bye!
Already? Oh, bye, Mom. Okay. See what I mean? Like, Mom just kind of drops a bye and then leaves. Like, she does an Irish goodbye, which kind of messes with me.
I need to run to the bathroom.
Oh no, I have to carry commentary. Alright, so the only one who we're working with is Krieger at this point, who is the #1 monster. Everyone else doesn't matter, because although Cerberus... Or, wait, that's not Cerberus, is it? What's his name? Wynn. Even though we are training Wynn, Wynn is so far behind at this point, it doesn't really matter. Because he's perpetually on easy. Because he's got a cool personality and doesn't like doing anything. So it is what it is. But anyway, so I want to keep training Krieger because Krieger's our top dog now. He's our alpha, and if anyone's going to be doing damage to the final boss, it's going to be him. And we know from the last time we grinded... Oh, it's Kit. That's not horrible. Let's see. Boop, that's injury number 2. We know that the last time we grinded, when I just bore down and did hours and hours straight of grinding, then by the time we were done, we just trashed everything that was in our way. So that's what I'm hoping to repeat this time. It's like an RTS game. I am a boomer. So
and I'm back.
We take loads of times of setup, and then when we finally go, it's a whole big pile of mess for the enemies. That is how I play games. So, let's see. So, you two are the only ones who matter. It's like your win lore. What are the stats looking like? I believe his accuracy is near or at level 25, and his power is, I think, level 21. Like, he's very strong and very accurate. I don't know about the rest of his numbers. I wasn't really paying attention. It might be one of those situations where if he gets hit once, he's just finished. But I'm hoping the champ tank can help kind of balance that a little bit. But since these are the only 2 monsters that matter, I'm not even... Balls? I'm not even worrying about the other monsters training, so I can make sure I spend time with Krieger to get him 100 points every week now. So I have a strategy. Go ahead.
Yep. Mark is asking, is there an AP plan for today? Yes. We're going to be playing either Mario or Breath of the Wild, depending on who loses the thumb war.
Mario? You can... I'm letting you play the Switch. You play whatever you want.
Oh, yay! We're going to be playing Breath of the Wild.
We didn't remember. We literally went over that during the course of the show.
Oh, yeah.
Where I said,
I'm sorry.
You're the one who has to get up at 7 in the morning, so I'm going to...
I have a very selective attention span in a way that I cannot choose, and I fucking hate it. I just fucking
What
hate
happened? What was it that you kicked yourself over yesterday that I found hilarious?
You said that the Switch screen was a touchpad.
That's right.
And it didn't even register in my brain that you said anything.
Yeah.
And I was putting in my Nintendo account credentials, and I'm like, oh my god, the touch screen, it's a touch screen. And you're like, yeah, that's what I said. And I'm like, god damn it. Because we're across the apartment from each other. Like, our apartment is like a U-shape.
It is.
So when Pyro's in his office and I'm in the bedroom, we're technically 10 feet from each other, but there's a whole crapload of
office. It's a living room. It's a corner of the living room.
It's an office. We don't have guests. We can't have a living room.
Anyway. I mean, we do 99% of our living in this room, though, so... But, yes. So, the Akamura will be playing Breath of the Wild, and I will play it once she goes to bed.
Yes. Everybody was talking yesterday about how it's like Skyrim, but...
Yes.
Actually, not really. It feels like, to me, a mixture of the original Legend of Zelda, like, in mechanics and also, like, play style. Like, you're free to do whatever the shit you want in the original Zelda, too.
Exactly.
And, like, it feels like a mixture between that and Far Cry's bell tower radio tower system.
Yep.
Where you climb up, you get the lay of the land, and then you go down and you see all the side quests that you revealed from staring at shit up there.
Yeah, I was going to save the discussion for when we got to the after party, but, like... I mean, we're going to be losing the archive, so I may as well say it.
Yes.
But like, so yeah, like that's where I disagreed with TC and Ryu about it, because I don't know what makes Skyrim. I mean, I'd have to sit and think about it, and I can't think and be critiquing when I'm doing this goddamn minigame. But essentially, all I was going to say was, like, Skyrim is more guided. It doesn't feel like it is, especially if you're playing it the first time, but it's definitely more guided. Whereas with the original Zelda, and I mean, The Legend of Zelda back on the NES, when Shigeru Miyamoto designed it, he was trying to recreate the feeling of exploring caves and forests in the backyard, which he did with his brother?
I think you're mistaking him for Markiplier in that. No, he explored caves and stuff.
I know Markiplier did it, but I mean, he designed Zelda to recreate that feeling.
I've never heard anything about Shigeru Miyamoto even having a brother or cousin.
Okay. Well, I mean, but he designed Zelda to emulate that feeling.
Be like,
to explore the backwoods or to explore caves or something. Like, that's what he designed the game to be. And granted, it was before the days of tutorials and maps and waypoints and whatevers. But
KJ Friend says that was Pokemon. That wasn't Miyamoto. That was
that wasn't Miyamoto.
Someone else entirely. I want to say shit. What's his name?
When you're wandering around the enormous world trying to find something to do, you'll get it. And that's fair. Again, we've barely gotten into it. Just so far, though, like, the other Zeldas have felt more guided, which it's not a bad thing. It's certainly like Link to the Past is still my favorite, but I tend to agree with Ego Raptor, where Link to the Past felt like a tour, because you are told, like, you need to get these 3 things, and then when you get to the Dark World, you need to get these 7 crystals. And the 3 pendants must be taken in a specific order, or at least you have to get them long enough to get the treasures in question. And then the 7 crystals in the Dark World are numbered. And, like, it just feels like a tour, whereas at least so far with Breath of the Wild, you're kind of dumped into it, and then they're just like, do things. Yep. And I like that, like, especially nowadays in games where everything is guided. I don't know. I like the idea of being dumped into a world and not have anything that I need to do.
In
fact,
I
make my own adventure.
I would argue that Skyrim is character-driven original Zelda on crack.
Possibly. And again, I won't fully make any opinion concrete until I finish the game, but and I can understand where you're, like, trying to find something to do, but I don't know, man. There's just to me there's an appeal of being dumped into a world and not caring what you're. Sorry, wait, is it Lambert?
It's Lampert.
No, this is Lampert. Right, okay. Hi. This is an unexpected development. I don't care. Go away.
Stress
I don't care
decreased.
about any of this. Jeez. Bye, DJ. Thank you for joining us. Hopefully you watch the rest of this on the archive. The archive will be up on Saturday at 1 Eastern.
Are we almost ready to go in?
What?
To the dungeon?
I'm still waiting for what's-his-bucket to be old. Like, he's not getting old.
Oh my fucking god, will you get old already?
Oh, wait. I was asked... Like, see, he's 3 years and 3 months. And he's not at his peak yet. Like, it's obscene. Zans are ridiculous. I'm waiting for him to hit his peak, and then I'll go into the dungeon. Nope, still not. Who's injured?
Blade is injured.
Blade has injured. All right, that's fine. Whatever. Not gonna lie with the name. Oh, hi, Alien Rain. Yeah, Monster Rancher. Well, in in Japan it's called Monster Farm, but you're not planting monsters. Although that would be hilarious.
Yep.
Yeah, Monster Rancher has always been about monster
Shit,
raising.
that sounds cute.
What, planting monsters?
Yes, I want to plant a flower and then pull it up and have a slime be there.
Ew. Also, that is like Breath of the Wild. You can get what are they called? Choo-choos.
Choo-choo.
They pop out of the ground.
Yep, and out of crates. And out of other things.
And out of everything. Oh. Alright. Showtime. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, in Breath of the Wild, I did fart across a horse, though, so that was exciting.
Yep, he also farted across a challenge.
A challenge?
Yeah,
oh, yeah,
like
the dude with the
from
seed.
place and then you found the E, and then you just didn't even go to the tower, and you farted across challenge.
That's why I like that game. And that's why I'm trying to not get spoilers about it, at least not extreme spoilers. Like, I don't mind survival tips, but, like... You know, I saw this big-ass pole, and I'm like, I want to climb the pole, so I tried to climb it, and then I got, like, a foot from the top and ran out of stamina. So I marked its position on the map, but then, like, nearby I found a metal box.
KJ Francis, don't forget to attack the chicken.
I used my gravity gun to move the box into position and use that to get a little bit higher of a start, and then I got to the top of the pole, and I wasn't expecting anything. I just wanted to climb the pole, but there was a chest up there, so I'm like, hey, free prize, because I wanted to explore. And, like, that's what I want. And I mentioned it yesterday, I don't think I've mentioned it yet, that, like, go ahead, just do it. Really? The Agumar is trying to open a bag of chips and is making a ton of noise.
It opens quiet, just the initial glue is hard to get through.
That's fine. But I'm in this mood where I'm just bored of violence in games. I mean, like, yeah, sure, Breath of the Wild has violence, Mario has violence, this game has violence, but that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about, like, couched in realism or shooty pew pew. Like, I'm bored of it right now, so I wanted to explore. And man, Breath of the Wild is really, and no pun intended, but it is a breath of fresh air for my gaming habit, because, like, right now, it's what I want out of a game. I'm just relaxing and wandering around and avoiding fights, because you kind of need to avoid fights that early.
So wait,
Cuckoos
Cuckoos still kill you in Breath of the Wild?
That's always been a staple. It would not surprise... It would surprise me if that wasn't in there, to be honest.
I'm just like, so I can kill all the other birds but this one?
Yes.
For meat, even though, you know, chicken is the farmable animal?
The chicken will peck your face off. But yeah, man, I don't know. Like, that's another reason why in my spare time, like, prior to getting the Switch yesterday, I've been playing a lot of Apollo Justice. Just, like, sure, there's violence in it, but the game is a puzzle game or an adventure game, however you want to classify it. Like,
Clavier's the best.
I don't know. I'm just bored of violence.
I love his air guitar.
So in Breath of the Wild, I get to explore and I get to see a bridge and, like... Oh yeah, that was another one. Like, I came to a river crossing and I'm like, I could swim it, but I see this bridge that's 100 yards that away and I just want to check out the bridge. So I'm like, fuck it. And I went to check out the bridge, and next to the bridge was a pinwheel. So I'm like, what is this pinwheel? So I jumped on the stump next to the pinwheel, and then it made this little target practice game pop up. So I'm like, that's fun. And I did the target practice game, and then I got a seed. So, you know, I'm like, I'm having fun with the adventure. It's so fun. It's so fun, you guys. Nintendo makes fun games. And it doesn't have any bullshit achievements that make me anxious to, like, get everything or whatever the fuck. There is no meta game of achievements and nonsense. I just get to play to enjoy. So, yes. Oh, I thought you were in the room when I talked about that, TC. I thought I had skipped number 4 in the Phoenix Wright series, so I wanted to go back and play it, but it turned out I have number 4, so I skipped number 5 in the series, and the rest, for that matter. I've only played the first 4. But since I'm playing Apollo Justice, I wanted to kind of remind myself of the story, so I'm playing through it again. I just got to case 3, where the singer manager is shot in the dressing room. That's all I'm going to say about it, just in case you don't want spoilers for a 10-year-old game.
No spoil.
Right, and that's true too, as Ryu says. He never said it wasn't fun. Actually, he said it was like the 4th or 5th best Zelda game in his opinion, which I'm trying to think what my order would be, because, like, Legend of Zelda is my favorite, or Link to the Past rather, is my favorite. I think Wind Waker is my number 2. I know Ocarina of Time is not as high as most people would have it, in my opinion. I think Majora's Mask would be my number 3, but I haven't finished it, so I can't concretely say that. Actually, I want to go back and do Majora's Mask. I got lucky. There was Nintendo Power was running a promotion for a while, many years ago, like the GameCube was out. And if you were a new subscriber to Nintendo Power, you got a disc that had the first 4 Zelda games on it. No, I take that back. It didn't have. It had Zelda 1, Zelda 2, Ocarina, and Majora's Mask on it. That was it. Plus a demo of Wind Waker, because Wind Waker had just come out or something like that. So I called it Nintendo Power, and I'm like, hey, I want to renew my subscription to get that disc. And the lady on the other end was super kind. She was like, well, that promotion is only for new subscribers, but since you called, I'll go ahead and up your subscription and send you a disc. And I'm like, yes! So I have Majora's Mask on my GameCube disc. It's super cool. But I got stuck on the 4th dungeon, so I've never beaten it. But it was super fun. I did that one blind too. No, you know what? No, I didn't. I did have to look up a couple things on Majora's Mask, because they were just completely beyond my Well, I never looked up how to get through the 4th dungeon, obviously. But I did have to look up how to deal with a few of the citizens' routines, because a couple of them completely stumped me. Anyway, I want to get back to it. Hi, the Akamura. Akamura's just snacking.
These chips are so good.
They are very stinky, and I do not like them.
Yeah, they taste like corn soup.
Yeah, they taste like creamed corn, and I vehemently dislike creamed corn. It's one of the grossest things to me. But, you know, more power to the Akamura, since she loves it. I want to love Ocarina of Time. My problem with Ocarina of Time has been colored by Egoraptor. His argument in Sequelitis really affected me, because I do get bored playing it, and I didn't know why. And then he described why I get bored of Ocarina. Like, it's not so much like, whoa, when did Krieger cap out? Okay, guess we're done. Guess we're going into a dungeon. But yeah, oh, yeah, thanks, Nayuta. Couldn't you have said that last week? You dip. I just wasted that. Well, whatever. Alright, we're gonna try the dungeon now. Yeah, with Ocarina, everything felt too big. It felt like I was going... It took me forever to get anywhere, but there wasn't enough around that was interesting. Like with Breath of the Wild, so far, like there's enough stuff everywhere you look and buildings you want to explore and such that I don't get bored. But Ocarina just made me bored, and I don't know why. I don't even care about the graphics. Like, the graphics are ugly as sin by today's standards, but that's not... That's whatever. It never felt... I don't know. It just never captured me the way it captured most people.
KJ Friend says, you must hate Sonic if you listen to Ego's opinion. It's not that we take everybody's opinion with a grain of salt.
Yeah.
However, if you give a compelling argument, like Egoraptor did in his sequelitis of Ocarina, we will take that to heart.
I don't hate Sonic, but I don't like it. But I've also let's see. I owned a Genesis once. I'm trying to remember. I owned a Genesis.
Kalo says save.
Yes, I did. But I'll do so again, because I just went a week further without realizing it. I liked Sonic 2, but the mentality of just go in a game does not appeal to me, as he would call it, as Egoraptor would call it. Like, just because that's Sonic. Sonic is not very tactical with jumps.
Yes.
You're supposed to go as fast, which is fine. Like, that's Sonic. That is what Sonic is.
The original conception of Sonic the creator said when he played Mario, he liked to see how quickly he could complete a level.
Right.
That's what Sonic is based off of.
And that's cool, but it's not what I like. So
just the way almost every studio that's handled a Sonic game has taken that direction, they haven't done a good job. Like, I don't have an opinion on Sonic because I am personally never going to buy another Sonic game.
After...
Just... Sonic 06 was shitty, whatever that Sonic Night thing was, shitty, Sonic Boom was shitty.
I like Sonic CD, rather. I almost said Sonic Boom, that's why I said it, but like, that's where the song was from. Sonic Boom is a good song. I enjoy it.
When it comes to Sonic games, I'm going to read reviews, period, because whatever studios have been handling it in the last few...
sorry. Someone in the chat, I don't care who, it can be multiple people. Please keep a running tally of what floor I'm on. I am currently on floor 1. Last time I think we did, 17 floors? Or 18? Mm-hmm. And then we found the boss. So this is floor 1. Someone type 1 in the chat and keep that going. Please. Thank you. Anyway.
I got it.
Oh shit, I gotta bring up the hit chart. Okay, so who the fuck's here? Alright, it's Krieger and the ladies. So that's win number 119. 169. And 24? Is that what I'm doing here? And then knockout number 11. Whoa, I haven't heard the music this far. That is very intense wind music. Alright. Okay, there we go. My chart is now updated.
TC just went through some Sonic games and how they rated on his radar. 2 out of 5 is not good.
I love playing Sonic Adventure 2 with Sparkless. That's a really fun game. I did enjoy that one. And I've wanted to give Sonic 06 and Sonic Adventure 1 a shot. So we're on floor 2, everybody. Floor 2. Shit. But I just haven't gotten to them. Sonic as a franchise has not appealed enough to me to go out of my way for. But
yes.
Again, that's just 100% personal opinion. The problem with using Krieger is he doesn't inflict as much guts damage as Kit does. That's something I will need to keep in mind. That's 3 more knock... No, it's not. Wow, he didn't even finish the job. Alright, so that's 14 knockouts. That's wins 120, 170, and 25 for the team.
Tofa says he gives Unleashed a 40 out of 100. The only stages he liked were the morning ones, and not all of those were good. My only experience with Sonic Unleashed is watching Pyro watch the Game Grumps Sonic Unleashed series. And I walked out of the room to do something, and the world had been cracked in several different places. And I'm thinking, okay, where are they going to go with that? And I come back, and there's this little gremlin-looking thing ogling and this unnecessary fucking ice cream cone. And I'm like, what the fuck happened in between the world cracking and that ice cream cone? And I'm just like, shouldn't everybody be focused on the cracked world? You know, the oceans are going to drain into the Earth's core.
It was a little side questy, it appeared. But again, I didn't play it, so I don't know. I haven't played it, so I'm not going to form an opinion about it. I don't know, man. Oh yeah, and I'm not watching the chat, so you're gonna have to help me out here.
Yep.
But yeah, I don't know. I don't hate Sonic. There are very few games I hate. Actually, I can't even think of any off the top of my head.
Yep. TC says the daytime levels of Unleashed were some of the best he'd ever played. He liked the Wii remote controls. I'm not a fan of motion controls because I have shaky hands.
Like, I'm trying to think if there are any games I do hate. Like, I hate aspects. Like, I can't stand Final Fantasy V story. It's fucking atrocious. But I don't know. Like, even Final Fantasy VIII, which is my least favorite Final Fantasy because I dislike the combat system and the story. I don't hate the game. I just don't like it. I would rather play just about anything else than that
Tofa
one.
says, if you can enjoy bad games because they're bad, play 06. If not, then don't.
Yes. Like, that's the thing. If I go into 06 knowing what I know about it, which I will, I know about 06, then I have a feeling I'm not going to mind it.
KJ's friend says the best part of the dark missions was the bosses, but Shadow of the Colossus did it better.
Whoa. The bosses.
I believe in Sonic Unleashed.
They did have some weird bosses, like watching Ego play it. I don't know. That's not good that Krieger's not finishing the job. Like, it's taking him 2 shots to kill some creatures.
I really liked the pacing of Shadow of the Colossus, because it's like, you run out into the world, you kill a Colossus, you get warped back to the temple to run out into the world and go kill another Colossus. But each time you go to the temple, you see your dead-ass girlfriend, and you're just like, there's my motivation. I love this girl so much that I'm going to go out and kill 16 of these giant motherfuckers and risk life and limb because I want to have a life with her. That was brilliant.
Yeah, simplicity is sometimes very good for story pacing and premises. Damn it. Yeah, he can't finish the job. That's really worrying. That it takes me 2 hits to do anything.
Yes, but I think in the meantime, Kit and Nocturna can get in there.
Yeah, but they share a guts pool.
Oh shit.
Like, that's why I don't have them all attacking at once. They share a guts pool. So I wonder if it would be stronger if he's up front. Like, I wonder if his forward attack is stronger. The problem with splitting them up is if you have your monsters on different rows, they don't gain their guts back as fast. So, like, there's all sorts of, trade-offs here. So, like, I don't know what Vanish does. Maybe he's harder to hit? See, those hits are not that much stronger than what the ladies can do.
Yep, everybody's talking about bosses in 06 that were a pain in the ass. I feel like if I looked up a guide nowadays on how to beat Silver in that worm thing, like, the first thing that would come up is like, here's how you beat Silver. Put the game back in its packaging and take it back to the store.
I really want to try 06. Actually, the main reason I want to try 06 is when John and Aaron played it, I'm like, it can't be that bad. It cannot be as bad as they're making it out to be. So I want to try. I want to see how much they were playing it up. It cannot be as bad as they were making it out to be. I thought about getting it because I can get it on the 360. I think it's downloadable, and I've heard that the 360 version is more stable. It's not stable, it's just more stable.
Yep, KJ Friend says it has a ton of glitches. TC is getting your attention. Remember how Dynasty Warriors 9 was on the stream?
What?
TC says, Pyro, remember how Dynasty Warriors 9 was on the stream?
Yes, what does that have to do with anything? Yeah, but yeah, like, I'm not watching the chat, guys. The Akamura's watching the chat.
TC says that's how it was, except it felt worse.
That is some damning criticism right there.
Max the Wicked says, take it from me, Sonic 06 is absolutely satanically horrible.
Oh,
Tofa
man.
says, I couldn't progress for 2 days because of one of the glitches.
And if I do Sonic 06, I'll probably do it for the show.
I think that's the problem. A lot of the studios that handle Sonic games
all right, what floor
don't
am I
clean up
on
their
now?
glitches. They don't play test. I feel like that's solid question. Who's been keeping track of the floors? Chibi Girl said 3.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I just want to know, like, if I remember right, we first fought the first boss on floor 9. So I want to see if that's been consistent.
Yep, Kayla says we're on floor 4 now.
Okay.
These chips are so good.
Thank you, everyone who's keeping track. Like I said, I can't watch the chat in detail since I'm keeping my win-losses chart here. And I lose track of that very easily anyway.
Max says it's your mental health at risk and it's your death wish.
It can't be that bad, I'm going to keep saying as I'm weeping into my Xbox 360 controller.
Ryu says, if you're going to get a Sonic game, get Sonic Adventure DX Director's Cut. It's so freaking good.
Like, yeah, I wanted to play Adventure. That was another one that the Grumps did that I really wanted to try. The fishing doesn't seem all that entertaining to me, but, like, that one didn't look nearly as bad as Ego Raptor was making it either. Even though a lot of it seemed very Moon Logic-y. Like, it was like, do the thing, and it didn't tell you how to.
This one will be 5, I think.
Oh, and just in case anyone tries to call me out for being a hypocrite, there's a difference between, there's a difference between in Zelda where it is actually an exploration game versus a game where you are meant to progress, but it doesn't tell you how. Like, there is a difference there.
Yes.
So, I actually like games that give you quest markers and such, but only if the quests are the point. Whereas in Breath of the Wild, I feel it is actually a game where you are supposed to get lost and explore. Yes. So, I don't want quest markers there.
Yeah, before it disappears in the chat, Marcus says, Akamura, I have a question about Fire Emblem Heroes. Do you combine 2 characters of the same type? That is a good question. I would say it depends on how you're playing. Because I would combine characters of the same type, but I stopped doing that because I bought a crap load of roster boosts so I can have a crap load of heroes. And I just have heroes sitting around in case I get a gold that I absolutely want, and I use them as moveset pools now. If there's a character that you absolutely want to bring up into total badass status, go for it. But, like, I have 4 Chroms right now because I'm waiting for something to blow his good skills on.
Chrom. One half of your Christmas gays, as you call them.
My beefed up Christmas gays.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I gave my Christmas Chrom Gale Force, and I gave and a couple of moves that decrease his skill gauge. And I gave my Christmas Robin. He comes with, what's it called?
I just realized...
Reciprocal Aid, which swaps your HP, and I gave him Miracle and beefed it up to 5-star status.
I don't know what Vanish is supposed to do. And I also don't know what Krieger has, but he's just constantly, like, on guard. I don't know what that is. It must be one of the items I gave him. I think what's going to wind up having to happen here is everyone's got their role, because Nocturna or Kit... It's Kit. Kit is probably going to have to use her attacks to keep the boss's guts in check, while Krieger's attacks actually hit, cause damage, and have a high percent of working.
Cosmic Phoenix is asking if I pulled any of the Fallen Heroes. I really want Grima, but I haven't had good luck draws yet. Sorry, did I interrupt you?
No, you're fine. I feel like I'm kind of a step behind just because, like, I don't play it anymore.
Yep,
I mean, I play it idly. It's not an everyday game for me.
You're on 6 right now.
Yes, which reminds me, did we already do our Crush?
We did.
Because we're getting close to 7 here.
We did, yeah. I did yours and mine.
You turned on the whatevers?
I didn't turn them in because you missed the token, but I think you still need to grab.
Yes, I will probably do that during the stream, which may or may not make my connection explode. Oh God, he's coming. Yup, I saw that red dot, you son of a bitch. You're not going to take my back.
Yes, Nico, they have fallen heroes. They have Grima Robin, Possessed Celica, Evil Harden from the original game, Shadow Dragon. And they have Empty Vessel Takumi from the most recent, from Fates. But Takumi you can get in a special battle. They have him set aside, I think. But the other 3 you can get, every time I go into the Fallen Heroes one, I don't get any greens. And I don't get why. So I go for reds because, hey, I really want Corel. But I keep getting Olincias. What am I going to do with Olincias? Nothing.
Oh yeah, one of the games that we got for the Switch is Fire Emblem Warriors, in case you guys want to see that as well. I'll be picking up Golf Story possibly tonight.
I also picked up Nier Automata. No spoilers!
Wait, did you?
Yeah, remember?
I know you went to look for it. I didn't think you actually... Oh yeah, you did find it. What is that on, the PS4?
Yep, PS4.
Okay. I mean, it's on everything. I just couldn't remember what we got it
Lord
on.
Ariados wants a Corinne. I have all the Corinnes I've ever wanted. You'd want Corinne too, because male Corinne is voiced by Cam Clark.
T-Bakes? Oh.
Now, I don't think T-Bakes has a role in any Fire Emblem games. Laura Bailey certainly.
Laura Bailey!
In fact, Laura Bailey's been getting around union laws to do voices for Fire Emblem heroes.
Really?
Yeah, they won't list her in the,
Oh, she has to go by a pseudonym?
No, they just straight don't list her voice for,
Wow, she must
Lucina
really
and
like...
Paula.
She must really like Fire Emblem.
Yeah.
If I remember right, Laura Bailey's a nerd, isn't she? I know
yes,
T-Bakes is,
she signed
but...
up to play Chun-Li, and they gave her the role because she was the only person who ever played Street Fighter. There's something to be said about voice actors being attached to characters.
Oh yeah, well I mean, you probably put more of yourself into it.
Nico, Laura Bailey voices Paula of the White Wings and Lucina. Not Marth Lucina, because that's Alexis Tipton, because I think Laura was working on something while they put that character voice in. So they got Alexis in, because Alexis sounds enough like Laura Bailey that they can fudge it. Sort of like how, shoot, he's my favorite voice actor. Why can I not remember his name? Matt Mercer sounds like Troy Baker if they fudge it.
T-Bakes isn't your favorite? Whoa! Shit!
Oh no, after that stunt he pulled and at that Overwatch tournament, Matt Mercer has become my favorite. See, Matthew Mercer voices the cowboy, whatever his name is, in Overwatch. And during a tournament, he played as that cowboy in Overwatch. And in the middle of that tournament, Matt Mercer just goes, "It's high noon," and everybody freaks out because holy shit, that cowboy's about to hit a special. And then nothing. Matt Mercer was just fucking with him.
We might be pretty dicked. Because without the other two, I can't charge my guts as quick. God damn it. I think we're dicked.
Max says, "Whoa, what just happened?" Nico says, "Matt Mercer is amazing." Cosmic Phoenix says,
I'm not even going to try it. I'm not even going to try it. We're just going to bail. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm not even going to try. All right. What floor did we get to?
Kalo says 8.
Damn, right before the boss, too. All right, so what I'm going to have to do Great. Great. All right, what I'm going to have to do is that's why I was keeping everybody back. That's actually exactly why I was keeping everybody back, because you have to do an instant attack. Like, you have to open your move by attacking rather than wandering up to your target.
TC says Chris Sabat does work with a separate thing, and to get around it, his name is DJ Sextillionaire. There's actually a lot of Union voice actors in Fire Emblem Heroes getting around it by using pseudonyms. Like, Xander's voice actor is Union, and he gets around it with a common acting pseudonym in the game.
What, Alan Smithy?
Not Alan Smithy.
That's directors anyway, never mind.
Yeah, that's directors. Like, I can't remember the original actor, but he's T. Axelrod in the game, and he does a lot of voice work.
Starting over, back on floor goddamn 1. Alright, so this time... Same plan, but what I'll do is I'll keep Krieger back. Actually...
Yep. Ryu says it might be good to just skip all the fights you can on the way to the boss.
Yeah, I mean, I was trying. I was mainly just... I was mainly just fighting them as I came to them, but I wasn't, like, actively trying to get around them. Like, perhaps I should have.
Yep. Chibi
Guard
Girl has
up,
reset
okay.
the floor count.
Alright, so Yellow Tat, that's what got us really far the last time. I'm gonna give him that one, because I don't know what it does. So last time we at least got to the boss with Kit in charge.
Yep, Nico says any character that is a member of, like, any member of Critical Role voices I must have. There's a lot of those voice actors in the game. Like, I was looking through a list of all the people under pseudonyms because I was wondering why they didn't have Laura Bailey's voice when it's clearly Laura Bailey. And, like, that came up because at the time they were striking. Like, the voice actor union was striking, so nobody was allowed to get work allowed in hidden quote marks. So, you know, voice actors gotta eat too, so they went under pseudonyms.
But, like, hits so hard. It's so much better. It hits so much harder than anything Nocturne is doing. I mean, Krieger.
Yep. Max is asking what our thoughts are on Breath of the Wild so far. It's fun. It feels like Far Cry Primal to me.
It feels like a game with adventure and exploration more than anything else, which is why I like it right now.
Yes.
The violence is secondary. Like, bosses are secondary. It's all about just finding your way around and discovering things, and I like that. Alright, I'm going to buy up Nocturna's skills. I don't know why I haven't done that yet. Skills. Not enough AP. You don't even get AP when you're capped? Oh shit! Wow, didn't realize that. Oh, that means I've put the puppy in a very bad position. Don't chase, don't chase, don't chase, don't chase, don't chase, don't chase. Okay.
Yay! That must be floor 2.
I think we are now on floor 2, yes.
Mm-hmm. Tofa is asking, does it feel like a game? Yes.
What does that mean, though? Like, what's a game in this context?
Yes, like, you'd have to define it. To me, it feels like something I can pick up and put down whenever I want. Not that I want to.
Right. But yes, like, admittedly, I haven't played super hard yet. Like, I haven't gotten very far. I'm barely out of the prologue. But, like...
Yep.
It feels like an adventure and an exploration type of thing, and I really like it.
Yep, like, I just got the paraglider, and I'm not leaving the first area because there's still some stuff I want to see.
Yep. For what it's worth, I promise I'm not prolonging Monster Rancher. Like, I do want to play that as well, but I also want to complete Monster Rancher to the best of my ability. And for the archive, then this is a Monster Rancher episode, so no one is going to get to see our Breath of the Wild post-stream adventures.
Yep. Just a heads up when we do get to Breath of the Wild.
Nope.
Just a heads up when we get to Breath of the Wild. I do not know how to read maps. I'm bad at it. I am probably going to run in circles and it will be hilarious. Don't chase. No, don't.
Shit! He took my back. I didn't turn around quick enough. That's not good. I'm getting sloppy. Oh, he didn't take my back. He got my side.
Yep, I think you were at the perfect hitbox.
Ooh, boy!
Flanked, but not.
Alright. See, Kid is automatic against the small enemies, but she's not automatic against the bosses. That's what screwed us.
Tofa says, I'll be more specific. Does it feel like a video game? Are you talking about our immersion?
I'll say this. I forgot I was playing a game, sort of. I mean, I was immersed enough that, like, personally, like, I stopped feeling that I was hitting buttons. I was immersed enough that everything was automatic.
Yes. For me, I switched game modes enough that I didn't feel like I was in the game as much, but that's on me.
I am still fuzzy on the controls. Whoa. Part of it is that I'm not used to the Switch controller yet. Part of it is the control schemes. Whoa. I didn't even know he had chased me. Part of it is the control scheme is a little wonky. I don't know. I think it's fine. I just have to get used to it. Shit.
Okay, we have a bit of contention in the chat. Nico says we're on 2. Phoenix says 3. Where are we?
I don't fucking know. That's why I was asking them to keep track.
Cosmic Phoenix is asking, did you get any good greens or just Bartree? My last 2 summons I didn't get any greens, which sucks. I want Greenlock. I did get, during the last Bound Hero, I did get Azura, though. I'm so happy about that. Like, you guys have no idea. Azura is my favorite.
Okay.
Well, not my favorite, but, like...
Now I'm turned around.
She hot.
She hot.
She hot.
She hot.
Yes.
Alright, next floor now.
Okay, so now we're on... Okay, everybody's like 3. So now we're on 4?
Yes. Okay, cool. So... this is why I like Let's Plays, just in general. Like, it makes gaming social again. And for things like this where I'm talking and I'm not able to fully 100% concentrate, I can get some backup.
Yep.
Whoa.
Ooh, what dat?
Like, getting some of these items is pointless because I'm not really... Next floor. I'm not really going too much out of my way for crafting, but like...
Cosmic Phoenix got 3 Azuras, all with bad IVs.
IVs?
Internal values, I guess. Initial values.
Level. As in the star level?
Starter level and stuff, yeah.
No, I mean the star level, the grade, the 5-star, 4-star, 3-star.
During the last thing, Azura was a special, so she's 5-star.
I gotcha.
Max says, I haven't played Fire Emblem Heroes in ages. All I want is Roy, but I keep getting all I keep getting is Ellawood. I have so many Roys and Ellawoods that, like, fucking...
Nope, next floor.
6. I have, like, a ginger farm going on, and I hate it. Go away, all y'all. I want Corel.
Nope, not going after that, my dear. Next.
7?
Alright. I'm having to be careful. Like, I feel like I'm pushing my luck. They don't seem to turn. So, like, if they are walking in a direction... Oh, he saw me. If they are walking in a direction, they commit to walking in that direction, I've noticed.
Yep, Cosmic Phoenix says independent value. Every unit has special stats. Like, you might get a plus attack, minus defense chance in their stats a little bit.
I see.
Which change.
I see.
My Azura is still level 1, so I haven't really dicked with her yet. Like, I'll get 5 stars, and then I'll just sit on him. When I get Corel, I'm going to streamline him into one of my lead characters. And I'll probably dump all my Croms and probably one of my Alencias into him.
Is he your Thardra?
Yeah.
Your Thardra equivalent?
Oh, yeah.
I like Christmas Thardra. I would like to unwrap Christmas Thardra.
Karel is a male Tharja with a sword instead of a tome.
Alright, next floor.
Like, not entirely in story, but he's crazy.
He's crazy?
He's crazy sauce.
Ah. Those are usually the best characters.
It's like, his story before the game is his family had this real noise sword, so he killed them all for it.
Wow.
Yep.
Yeah, Kit hits... I guess Kit is not as automatic as I thought she was.
And then, like, in the next game, Karel's still there, but he's calmed his panties down significantly, but now he's old and not sexy. It's like, eh.
Are you fucking serious? Take him down!
Akamura, you mean the one that has his name spelled Karel, right? Yeah, that's him. Karel.
What the hell, man? That's knockout number 50 for Krieger. God. Krieger has the accuracy, but not the power that I need. Unfortunately, I didn't realize his attack strength was so far back.
I really want Karel. I want to put a bridle on that crazy horse and steer it toward my enemies.
Next floor.
I have no idea which one we're on, so I'm just going to wait until the chat comes around. They're saying 8, so if we're behind, it'll be like 9.
Well, if we're on 9, then I would think we would fight the boss unless you and I miscounted last week.
Nico says he really likes blood. Yeah, he does. Yep, Chibi Girl says 9. Nico says 9.
So I bet you did miscount. That was weird.
Yep.
That was a weird delay in the music. Anyway, I wonder if that means you miscounted last time, not last week, and the boss is on floor 10.
I really like characters who are abso-fucking-lutely insane and aren't conflicted about it. Like, it's a weird character and really hard to pull off.
It is.
But
shit, that was the start. Okay. So...
Oh god, I don't like the blinky in the walls.
Yeah, the dungeon is intentionally designed to fuck with you, which is great. Like, it makes total sense. But it doesn't...
Is there nothing? Oh no, there can't be anything.
Oh,
there it is.
There it is, yeah. I almost went backwards. Okay, so if we're on floor 10 now, does that mean we're at the boss? Yes. Okay, that makes sense.
Lord Ariado says Larakel is my favorite. She's so boisterous.
So
I got Leon and Voltaire when they came around on the thing, and I really love Leon. He's adorable.
That's not the same boss I fought.
No, it's not. I think I changed it.
I fought the tree boss first.
You did fight the... Oh, I wonder if this is just like a boss rush. Like this is just a random boss.
That's that. All right.
Scary.
Shit, get back here. Now I don't even have the accuracy. I am fucked. Yeah, I don't even have the accuracy now.
Uh-oh.
Like, there's just nothing I can do.
Fuck. Jesus.
Nope, there's nothing I can do.
That is insane.
Well, that gives me some intel to work with because it tells me that the bosses are randomized as well.
Yes.
So the post that I saw that said that that King Monolith is at the end of the dungeon, is inaccurate. It means that someone is at the end of the dungeon. It doesn't mean that it's necessarily King
Yes.
Monolith.
If I'm remembering correctly, you had trouble with this boss in the story as well, so that might have something to do with it.
I'm sure I did. I mean, there's... What am I supposed to do?
I guess keep breeding your monsters.
I guess. Like,
Cosmic
that's a
Phoenix-
whole other stream. Like, there's no way that I can bust out... Because we've already been going 2.5 hours today, so there's like...
Yeah, Phoenix says, time to devote your life to Evo and make super monsters with max stats and everything.
I mean, pretty much.
Yep.
Like, what else am I
Max-
supposed to do?
Max says, wait, that Monolith is the wall monster, isn't it? Yeah, we faced up against a giant wall block.
So the last time we did this, the first boss we came to was the tree, and then the second boss, and we beat him. Although it took, did it take? No, I think I beat him the first try. And then the second boss we came to was the giant monolith, and he kicked our ass. We didn't see the chicken again.
Oh, Nico pulled 2 corrupted robins. I'm so envious. What's a pixie's defense like?
Garbage.
Ah, that might be it. So you're working with fragile speedsters.
Yeah, I am. And no one's speed is very high. Like, I bred them that way. I made sure that they were offense first.
Yeah. I recommend raising up a separate monster who's all about speed and then combining those monsters together into some kind of super crazy monster. But that's going to take a long while.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's why I'm sitting here doing nothing. I'm thinking. Because, like I said, we've been at this 2.5 hours and we haven't gotten fucking anywhere. So,
Does breeding a monster together boost the resulting monster's AP?
No.
Oh.
I'd have to take them back in here to grind. Which, I mean, honestly, that's not really a huge deal. It would not take very long to get a monster up to...
Yep.
Up to
Cosmic
where I
Phoenix
need him
is
to be.
asking, can you get 3 walls and wear the boss down?
3 walls? Oh, probably not. I mean, I'd be starting from scratch with that. I think what I need to do... So, okay, clearly not. Kit has the offense. She does not have the accuracy. What I think I need to do is get Kit and Nocturna together. Because Pixies seem to be the key to fucking rocking this game. This one and the other ones we've done. Pixies have been incredible for all the games that we've touched.
Yes.
So,
Oh no, Mark, we're not giving up.
No, I thought about it. I've legit thought about it. Because I'm like... well, that was the discussion last week. The discussion last time was whether we should even try to keep going. The thing is, part of this is pride. The fact that right now, as far as I've seen, there is no other YouTuber who has gotten through it.
Yes.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, we don't even know if this dungeon has an end. I think it does. I've seen one post that says there is a boss at the end of the dungeon. That is what I have seen. So...
Nico says don't forget knights.
Knights?
Night monsters? I think Durahans?
Oh, Durahan. Yeah. But yeah, what I'm thinking I want to do is we'll combine Kit and Nocturna. We'll breed those 2. And the resulting... Alright, let me get out of here, because this isn't helping me. The moves are easy enough to get, because AP is going to come super fast. All we have to do is grind in that dungeon for about 5 seconds, and we'll have it. So, what I need to do is I need to breed one more monster. I need to breed Nocturna and Kit. Possibly 3 times. What does their DNA look like? Hold on a minute. Do I have to... Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, so we're going to seal up... God damn it. I guess we're donating someone first. Next one to donate is, unfortunately, Leon. He's our oldest monster. Because everyone else has a... No, I take that back. Windsong needs to go if he's still here. Yeah, we didn't do anything with him. All right. So Windsong, which was named by the Dark Harvest Studio, we're going to retire him permanently. No. All right, then we'll seal up. Win is still fighting. We haven't done much with Blade. We'll seal up Blade. Alright, so...
It's going from grand monstrosities to monstrous descendants.
Yeah. Man. We came so far, and in the end, it didn't even matter. Sorry, Linkin Park. Like... It's so disappointing. Like, I thought by pumping up Zavalon's, or Krieger, we'd be fine, but
yep.
He did not have the power.
That's actually why I don't like games like this, because it's like, grind it up, it's not good enough. Grind it up, it's not good enough. Grind it up, it's not good enough. Grind it up, it does this thing, and then the next thing, it's not good enough. Grind it up, and it's like, when does it end? The thing I like the most about grinding is that it ends.
Monster Rancher has always been like that, though. Like, this is Monster Rancher in a nutshell, for better or worse.
Tofa says, if you end up running out of names, can you name one Mochi? Thank God we're never going to run out of names.
Yeah, we've got, believe me, we only have had 17 monsters, and I had like 49 names to work with. All right, I want to see what So, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to make the monster now. And I'm going to pull up the names list, but I'm going to make the monster now, but then we're going to stop the stream. Or we're going to stop the main stream, and then we'll go to the after party, because there's no sense in there's no sense in going further than that right now, because we have too much.
You forgot your Crush and it just rolled over.
No, I know. I didn't forget. We just ran out of time.
Oh.
Plus, if I launch Crush, I think it's going to fuck with the stream a little bit. Alright, so I've got the names list up. So we're going to combine Kit and Nocturna. Why can I not combine that? Can I only combine monsters that are sealed?
I think so.
Oh, shit. Alright, well... I mean, we don't need Arshia anymore. Because her numbers are too low. And we don't need Leon anymore. His numbers are too low. I may as well go from oldest to youngest. So we'll retire Zavalon's. And then that should do it. And then we will seal up... Let's see, Nocturna. Man, Nocturna and Kit can only make 2 kids.
What was that?
I don't know. I just scared the crap out of me, though.
I think a ball bearing might be loose on the table.
Alright. So we'll seal up Nocturna and Kit, and then we'll see what we get out of their kids. So we're only going to have a few monsters, but that's fine. Whatever. We'll only have 2 active monsters. But we'll raise both their kids at the same time. And we'll see what happens. I actually could pull one of them out to act as a bodyguard. I can pull Kit back out to act as a bodyguard once we go back into the Nameless Cloister. And I also need to get together another accuracy trick and start grinding them back up. So I guess what we're going to do, like I said, is we'll just do another grinding stream in the future. I'll keep my PlayStation in my entertainment center for the moment, and we'll just keep on keeping on. That's all we can do. Alright, so we're going to do Nocturna and Kit. Okay, so this gives us a number to work with. So Kit's intelligence is 19 and is clearly extremely high. Like, Kit's intelligence is to the point where she one-hits all the minor monsters in that dungeon if she connects. So our goal is to get the kid to intelligence 20. Like a little higher, right?
Yes.
Then for accuracy, she was consistently... Or she was not consistent. She was not automatic. But Krieger was. Krieger didn't miss a single hit. So Krieger's accuracy is, I think, 26. So we want to aim for... We basically want to aim for intelligence 20, accuracy as high up as possible, say 22, 23, 24. Somewhere in that neighborhood. And then I think we'll be okay. So let's get Kit and Nocturna to hook up.
Yep, it looks like their kid's going to be pretty good in terms of intelligence and accuracy with their current levels.
We'll see. We'll get a preview here. Yeah, whether we get a Dana, which is another pixie dragon, or we do a pure pixie, their numbers are almost identical, as you can see, because power's irrelevant and defense and life are basically irrelevant, because if they get hit, they're dead. But like their intelligence, they start off with 17 intelligence. Like
yes.
She's real close to hitting my goal anyway.
And 12 accuracy.
Yeah,
so
it won't take it that long. So if we go with the Dana, then we'll have... I say you
go with the one with the better defense because that might save you.
Well, there's that and the fact that the Danas can have 6 kids, whereas Pixies can only have 2. So, and again, incest in this game doesn't matter. Like, it is what it is. You just breed your monster. So if I have 2 Danas to work with, then they can make 6 kids. And we'll have a ton of Pixies ready to go. Because Pixies are the only ones that are doing anything in there.
Pixie Army.
So, we're going to go with this one. Alright, so this will be another Dana, which is a Pixie Dragon. Copy that over Nya, and we'll set up new records. Okay. Active, and now I have to pick 2 names from the list. So give me just a second on that. What the fuck? Oh, I hit control, whatever. Okay. What? Stop being a twat, Excel. Please. Please stop being a twat.
This is what you get for using Excel instead of calculator.
Calculator sucks.
It does. Let's be honest.
Alright. Alright. So, and then we'll be breeding...
Calculator's not so bad when you shut off auto-replace, though.
Who are we? Kit and
Nocturna.
Nocturna. Copy, paste. Boop. And boop. And boop. There we go. Alright, cool. Alright. Now I pull up the names list. Yes, please combine. Okay, so... Oh, that's a pretty name. Alright, we'll go with that one. Okay, so that is... Let me move this window around. So the first name is going to come from Ryan Ognick, who wants us to name a monster Roel, which is a very pretty name. Definitely sounds feminine. So that works. Part of the reason I didn't want to do it this way is because we're gonna, like, I'm now putting us in this position where we're getting only one type of monster from here on out, and I wanted variety. Like, I was not playing the game efficiently, because if you play efficiently, you only breed the same monsters over and over and over and over. And I was intentionally not doing that because I wanted there to be a little bit of visual variety, but whatever. At this point, I want to win, and winning means we're going to have to play efficiently. So we're going to do another Kit and Nocturna combination. Another Dana, same numbers. Awesome. Alright, so then our second name... let's see... Did I? Oh, yeah. Did I do Zuggs' name? No, I did not. Okay, so one of our earliest and most dedicated fans goes by two names, either Zugawug's Trollbane or Evelyn Loveless. And she wants us to name... I haven't seen her around in a bit. She messaged me months ago that she was going to have some personal things happen and she wouldn't be able to hang around and watch very many videos. And that's okay. I just want her to be safe. I want all of you to be safe. Safe and happy. Don't hurt anyone else, and otherwise be safe and happy in whatever you do. So she's going to be Raven. Okay, so the next time we play, we are going to pair up... Well, fuck it, I can pair them up now. It actually wouldn't do me any good not to pair them up. So we are going to move Zavalence to... Or not Zavalence. What's his name? Friggin' Krieger. Krieger can go down here and work on his power.
I thought
because it doesn't matter.
I thought Krieger was done.
Yeah, exactly. Like, he can't do anything anymore. I may as well just say no trick. Alright, and then... You're working on... So what I'm saying is, Marlene likes intelligence, and I'm the free one. Like, I can do whatever. So we're gonna pair up Roel and Raven with myself and Marlene. And then, so she prefers intelligence. I mean, neither of those really matter. Where's the...
There was one that
Do I not have a... Oh, there it is. Okay, so... Raven is going to be the power one. Like, she's going to wind up having more intelligence. And then I'm going to give Roel more accuracy.
There it was.
This one, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. So those two are covered. Those are both red tricks, right? So... Zavalence is done. We can seal him. You're right.
Tofa says you should add a mochi. No. Mochi are for eating.
You know what? I'll go ahead and add a mochi and not... I'm just not even gonna... Because we don't need that many monsters anyway. No. Hold on. Just for Tofa. Hey, Tofa, give me a name. Because I don't think I've used a name from you yet. So, yeah, I haven't. So, Tofa, the pressure is on. I'm putting you on the spot. You name our mochi. Because I will raise a mochi and give him to Baron Dottie. And we only have one mochi. Oh, Jesus, it's a mochi hair. Fuck me. Alright, we're gonna get this piece of crap, and we are going to give him to... Who did I just say? Baron Dottie.
KJ Friend says, what about a Suezo? Tofa says Pyro Jr.
Oh, of course. Of course he would say that. Alright, Alright. Let's see. It's called a Moochie. Why are you called a Moochie?
Look at its freaking...
Why, Nayuta?
Look at its
Why?
freaking sassy strut walk. That
All
motherfucker
right.
was made for the runway.
Did he put a space in there or no?
Yes. Put on some frickin' and a period after Junior. Yeah, put on a frickin' skirt and a large bow and just send it down a runway. It's
All right.
frickin'... That's not a monster. That's a fashion model.
So we're gonna give this garbage to Baron Dottie.
Here you go, buddy.
So hyperactive. Great. Alright, so then we're going to... Baron Dottie wants something that improves defense. Do I even have anything that improves defense?
You should. Somewhere.
No, I don't think I do.
There's a good one.
Ha! Not bad! Good work, you could almost say! All right, so, and then he's good, and then, like, you don't need a trick because you're capped, so who gives a shit?
Tofa says, I love you guys with a heart and a tilted XD emoji.
All right, so the bodyguard is going to be Krieger, which is fine. It doesn't matter who the bodyguard is. Kit is out of DNA points, so she can't even do anything anymore unless we pull her out as a bodyguard, which is, again, fine. Actually, you know what?
I thought you sealed Kit already?
Yes, but you can undo. You can release. So, in fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to seal up Krieger because I don't need Krieger. Krieger capped, and we're going pure intelligence attacks at this point. So we'll pull Kit out, and we'll give Kit to Krieger just so she's with somebody. And this is going to be the Pixie family from here on out. So, disc shop. Okay, and then... So we... Wait, how do I get them out? Can I not get them out? No, I know I can get them out. Can't I?
Go to seal? Maybe it's in the seal.
Oh, shit! No, wait, I swore Yeah, there it is. Okay, from Saucer. Jesus. Alright, so... I knew I did it at one point. Alright, we're gonna bring Kit back out. There we go. Yes, I know, Nayuta. I mean, I appreciate you telling me that. That's good game design, but fuck you. Alright.
I bet you'd like to, she says.
I would. She is fucking hot. I would absolutely buy her the biggest cheeseburger. And I would feed it to her in tiny bites, because she looks like she'd only be able to eat about 3 bites and she'd be full. Alright, so what we're gonna do... So we've got our Pixie family. Hi, Kit, even though you have no DNA, which is fine. Yes. No. No, I'm sorry. Shut up. Alright, so now... Because she doesn't matter anymore, like, and we don't care about money. So... There we go. Okay, so we have our Pixie family. So... In the next episode, whenever it's going to be, we can probably handle going into the cloister immediately, since we'll have Kit. So we'll go into the cloister, we'll grind up a little bit of experience points for Raven and Roel, get them to cap their skills, and then we're just going to grind the fuck out of stats to get those two at maximum power and accuracy. Well, maximum intelligence and accuracy. Then we're going to go back into the cloister and try that fucker again, because I am not ready to wave the white flag on this one. I'm just not. I don't want to quit. I think we can beat him. I just need a little bit more time and a little bit more grinding.
Quitting is for losers and the French. I separated them out. I'm not saying the French are losers. Just saying they quit a lot.
Thank you. Alright, so the last thing we're going to do today, for this stream anyway, is I want to read the Mochi's thing. I hope the chat's been good. Again, I haven't looked at the chat in fucking hours, so...
Can I just say my favorite thing ever is when I make you stop for a second and then just start laughing?
Aw. Ew.
It's like, I did that last night. Like, you said something was balls, and I was just like,
yeah.
Well, everything is balls if you follow molecular theory, and you just bust out laughing.
Recent research revealed its soft skin has the power to induce a relaxing effect. Since it has been very popular with Since then, it has been very popular with women. Some, however, worry that it may only be a temporary craze, and then a bunch will be ditched by the roadside, like all mochis should be.
I mean, or they're just gonna, like, roll it over so it looks like a mochi in a leaf and just eat it. I just realized that's what their back thing is. It's the leaf that you traditionally wrap mochi in. wonder if it's got the consistency of mochi if you sink your teeth into it.
So gross.
I want to take a bite out of that mochi. Just.
If you are watching this live, please stick around for the after party where the Akamura is going to be playing some Breath of the Wild before she
that mochi.
goes to bed. If you're watching this from the archive, hey, more Monster Rancher Evo. I'm not stopping yet. I want to get to the end of the Nameless Cloister
says,
if it's
I guess
possible.
we'll need to skin it quick before the trend ends.
+1 to Ryu.
Well, I'll get the X-Acto knife.
Thank you all very much for watching. And we will see you tomorrow for another episode, or next week for another stream, or something. Just stay subscribed.
Yes,
And
seriously.
Look in the video description for links to our Patreon and PayPal and all that nonsense.
Yeah.
All right, so for the archive, bye.
Bye.